HIMS.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Need a lift in the bedroom?
It's more common than you think.
Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness is here to help you rise again.
With our expert care, you can regain your peak performance.
Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Friday, February 14th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 60 in hour one of today's show. We'll react to Kellen Moore's introductory press conference, and we'll preview LSU baseball opening day. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo! Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Welcome in to another episode of OTB. It is Friday, the 14th, February 14th, 2025, which means the day in which some of us will feel the prick of Cupid's arrow, while others will not. But that is fine. Whatever your relationship status is on this wonderful day, it's all good, man. It's all good. Let's have ourselves a great day. You know, it's this Friday. It's going to be a good time. The weekend's here. It's going to be fun. I was talking to one of my homies this morning. He said he's been in a 12-year relationship since he was 18, and now they're on a bit of a break. Ooh. I said, damn, it's a long time. It's a long time. So, you know, just hey, man, you got this. You got this. You're going to make it through today. Head down, work. Maybe go get yourself a little comfort food, what you enjoy most, you know. Go lean into it a little bit. Treat yourself.
Chinese food.
Yeah, treat yourself here on this Valentine's Day.
Whenever OTB's down and out, Chinese food.
True. Absolutely true. Yeah. Speaking of down and out, you three must be feeling pretty bad about yourselves this morning.
Because fat Phil?
I feel great.
Because I believe, let me count them up. 1, 2, I believe there are 3 apologies owed to a certain member of the Rodentia Kingdom who hails from Puxatawny, Pennsylvania.
It's going to be in the 80s on Saturday.
I don't care. It feels pretty wintry this morning. Old Puxatawny Phil, y'all out here hating. My guy told you he's batting 300. He just hit a C&I single. I mean, it's feeling pretty wintry. I got my dad sweater on this morning for a reason. None of this happened by accident.
You got blue jeans on. You look real dad now.
I mean, it feels so good.
The plaid underneath.
It feels so good. Plaid collared shirt underneath the sweater, blue jeans. I mean, I just feel like I am ready to take on the world in a responsible and respectful manner. You know? Like if I was your father or husband, you would feel very safe around me right now. And that makes me happy. That makes me very happy. Okay, so y'all say sorry, then we can start the show.
I want to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Yeah, I was going to do it if you didn't. Yeah.
Here we go.
I am not apologizing to Phil.
Fine.
Also,
or you.
We know
I'm
that.
not asking for apology to me. I'm asking to Phil. It's
I'm
not
not
about
doing
me.
it to Phil.
No,
It's about Puxatonic.
I'm not giving him
We
an
know
apology.
that T-Bob suffers from a horrible disease that many suffer from called selective hearing. Yesterday, what did we say? We'll give him a week grace period because it happened a week and a half ago. Last week was warm. We'll continue to see if it stays cold. That was my words, word for word yesterday.
Hey, guys, let's do a quick
So I'm not
poll around the
apologizing.
room.
Have nothing to apologize for.
I have this problem with selective hearing where I just, I don't know why it is. I just don't hear when people say stupid things, you know? Did we just have dead air? Why was nobody talking a second ago?
See, there we go. Here we go.
Okay,
Starting
what
early.
are you talking about, Taylor? Now you're talking. What did you say? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, okay, so nobody's gonna apologize?
No.
No, you're just gonna double down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, sure, fine, whatever. So I hope everybody has a great Valentine's Day. Speaking of love, there's love in the air with the New Orleans Saints as they have a new football coach, youngest coach in the NFL. I didn't realize that. Not the youngest coach ever, but at the time of hiring, 36 years old, makes Kellen Moore the youngest current active coach in the NFL. And Alondra, I apologize, but did you give me the sound sheet? Do I have access to the sound sheet?
No.
The Kellen Moore sound sheet. Okay.
But I can grab it.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, all good. Okay, Jake, you got 2 more seconds to apologize now. You ready? No? Taylor?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Look, if we get a week down the road and it's still cold, I'll give Fat Phil his flowers.
Okay, cool. All right, that's all I need. I was thinking about things
Whatever
to do
it
for
is.
Valentine's today.
Hedgehogs like.
Shout out! I know. I like that we
turned him into a hedgehog.
That OTB lore is that we've adopted Phil as a hedgehog because we couldn't remember what kind of rodent he was.
It's like when we were
yesterday.
calling Mount Rushmore Mount Everest for like
True.
a week
Yeah,
straight.
you know, I mean, you know,
We all
like,
did it.
Mountain, you know,
the
tomato,
same
tomato.
thing. Yeah.
It's basically the same
Well,
thing.
I mean,
It's a famous
we
mountain.
compared him to Sonic, and that's all I can see now. So
Who's your favorite Sonic character?
Shadow.
Knuckles.
Gotta be Knuckles, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, Shadow. Who said Shadow? Oh, wow, a little emo. Little edgelord back there. So while Alondra grabs the sound sheet, so before we get the show started, I was thinking about some Valentine's Day plans.
yes, we know he's a groundhog. We talked about the movie yesterday, but hedgog's funnier.
with
Yeah, guys,
the-
like it's called Groundhog Day. we got that. It's in the title.
So I was thinking about what to do for Valentine's Day yesterday because we're just going to spend it as a family or whatever, no like date or anything. And yeah, I don't know why I've gotten fixated on this. Maybe it was all the talk of onion volcanoes, but I'm really feeling a little post-carpool hibachi. I already hit up Mary Lee's this morning. I got him some wonderfully themed heart donuts and whatnot, but like maybe going straight from school to watching the ancient Japanese art of hibachi while they sit there and throw shrimps and scrimps into our mouth and catch eggs in their hats and choo onion volcanoes. I think it's the play. I think it's the play, dude.
I'm just on Valentine's Day. I would assume if you don't have a plan to do that in place already, you're going to have to like make some calls.
Oh, but you missed a key detail. Said straight from carpool. Afternoon hibachi, probably going to be pretty chill. Night hibachi, no chance.
I wouldn't say chill. I'd say you probably get in.
I think I can get into 4
I
p.m. hibachi.
yeah, you can get in, but I wouldn't say
Anything before like 5:30, you're good.
I'd make a call.
I think I can get in a little 4 p.m. Well, I'm going to. I just formulated this idea
as we were speaking.
No, like within like the last hour. My wife woke up to a flurry of texts, one of which was, we should take the kids to get hibachi after school. Very excited. Also, the other one was, hey, your gas tank is empty. You got to fill it up. I forgot to yesterday. Also, I love you. Happy Valentine's Day. And
The gas tank's not a great start to Valentine's.
What's the first? Well, mine's empty too, and she drove mine, so you know, all's fair.
Oh, I did stop.
All's fair.
Yeah, I just stopped.
All's fair in love and war. No, not true.
Yeah, stop.
And what's the first text she sends me? Did you get the donuts? Yeah, I get donuts every Friday. Okay, not even I love you. Not even good morning. I do need to shout out my wife, though. Shout out Caitlin. Won her first 3-0 singles match last night. Let's go. Been grinding in the lab. Won 15-13 in tie breaks. That's how you do it. Good job, Kate. Proud of you, babe. Happy Valentine's Day. All right. Let's go ahead and get this thing started.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
Tiger Labor and Staffing, guys. Look, man, if you need local staffing solutions for warehouse, construction, manufacturing positions, and you want a company that truly vets their employees, that has relationships with them, okay? They don't just look at a piece of paper, look at the job history. They get to know every potential employee during their in-person onboarding process and every morning over a cup of coffee. We also have the shortest hiring terms in the industry at 60 days. We do this because we understand the quality of employees that we have, and we want your business to succeed. Go to Tiger Labor and Staffing. So Kellen Moore met with the media for the first time yesterday, and let's start with the question that everybody wanted to know, right? What is he going to do with Derek Carr? This is going to be Kellen Moore 8.
Derek's a tremendous quarterback in this league. I've had so much respect for him, the journey that he's been on. He's a starter in this league. He's a premier player in this league. He's had a great journey, obviously going from Fresno State to the Raiders and now here. Really excited to team up with him and go through this process. And so just like any player on this roster, I just got here a few days ago, and I'm excited to go through this journey with all of them.
Oh, Jake. So non-committal on the Derek Carr front. And granted, I guess – if you were to make odds before this press conference about what would he do in regard to Derek Carr, certainly the favorite would be to be a bit ambiguous, but probably second on that list would have been, say, Derek Carr's going to be our guy. If he really if he really just with a bullet thought that was the best chance of winning, but no, leaving the door open on Derek Carr for all options.
Yeah, and as he should. I mean, it's a situation where he might end up being back because of what his cap number looks like, what your options are, and those are going to have to be discussions that they have. You have to sit down. Hey, do we want to move forward with Derek Carr and try to piece something together around him, this veteran player, or do we want to go with the Spencer Rattler? Do we want to go with somebody that started 6 games last year, and we feel like there's something in there, and I feel like I can be the guy, if I'm Kellen Moore, to maybe unlock what Spencer Rattler can give you because he's a talented player. So they have to have those conversations. I don't think, at least in the first round, they're not going to draft a quarterback. Maybe they take a flyer. Your Jackson Darts, your Shucks from Louisville, like somebody like that in the second round or something of that nature. But I don't see them taking a quarterback in the top 10. I don't think they move up either for any quarterback here in this draft. So it's going to likely be between Derek Carr and Spencer Rattler, and now they have to have those decisions and what they're looking for in this upcoming season.
There are a few interesting second-round quarterback options, but we'll save that more for draft talk later down the road. Okay, give me Moore 23. This is, again, when he's kind of pressed on will Derek Carr be the starter.
Following up on Derek, do you view that as you guys have a decision to make at quarterback, or do you view it as Derek Carr as a quarterback?
I view it as Derek Carr is a tremendous starting quarterback in this league. We're fortunate to have him, and we're excited to go through this process, as we build this roster together. Again, I'm meeting these guys for the first time the last few days. I'm really excited to meet more of them, and this will be a lot of fun.
So, again, process, right? Go through the process, evaluate, see if he thinks that he can work and win with Carr or not. So, again, just to reinforce the crazy case of Derek Carr where it feels like everybody hates him, even though, again, the hate does not line up with the actual results. This is kind of shocking to me. And Mike Triplett had this in New Orleans on football. Derek Carr is 14-13 with a 98 passer rating as the Saints starting quarterback. How is it possible to be 14-13 with a 98 passer rating and have a city dislike you as much and fan base as the Who Dat Nation dislikes Derek Carr?
Well, I think a lot of the numbers came in the first 2 games this year. I think some of those, and what was the narrative a couple of seasons ago, it's like a lot of basically empty calorie yards. And so
so you're saying that's how the passer rating gets jacked up. But still 14 and 13 is not like, I mean, it's not nothing. I guess to me, I don't know how I interpret it. Is it, I mean, definitely some of it's personality. He does not jive with the city. I mean, major red flag off the bat, eating at Chipotle first meal in the city, right? Things only kind of spun out from there.
Yeah.
The post-game press conferences have not done him any favors where, you generally like your quarterback to stand up there and say, it's on me, even if they really don't believe that in their heart. He hadn't done that. He was paired with a head coach that nobody really liked, and it looked like they coddled him. So, it's just, again, I'm not telling you should like Derek Carr. I'm not telling you anything, but he is 14 and 13 for whatever that's worth as a Saints starter. And so if you do move on, things may get way worse in the short term. And look, if you cut Carr this year, you have two options. You take $50 million dead money this year, basically no ability to do any moves in the offseason, but then you're completely free next season, or you split it up with a $21 million hit this year, a $28 million hit next year. Jake, if you were to cut Derek Carr, which one of those do you think seems like the better play?
I mean, I try to split it up. I mean, anything 50 is just crippling.
But then you're free.
I know.
Little swallow. It's the old bitter pill thing. You swallow the bitter pill for a year and then be completely free, or again, do you mitigate with the 21 and 28?
Yeah, and it doesn't sound like it's just going to be his job at all. Like, there's got to be conversations. Or Kellen Moore would have just come out and said, "Yeah, for sure, he's our guy. He's a veteran guy. Like, we look at our room, and I think he's going to be our leader." He didn't say any of that. So it's still, there's going to be deep conversations about who's going to be the quarterback of this team. And I mean, Kellen Moore to me is somebody that has kind of had, I don't want to say dual threat quarterback, it's such a college term, but somebody that's always kind of been able to do things with his arm and with the legs.
Yeah.
We look at Dak Prescott, you look at Herbert, and you certainly look at Jalen Hurts. Like, those quarterbacks are athletic quarterbacks, and that's kind of the style that he's gone with in his NFL career so far. So Derek Carr doesn't really match with that either. So, like, there's a lot of things saying that maybe it's not going to be Carr, but the money's going to probably be, get the final answer.
Yeah. I think if you were to arrive at cutting him, which again, I'm still not 100% sure is the right choice, even if it's kind of what emotionally I want. If you do arrive at cutting him, I think I would rather just eat the $50 million. And at that point, that would be the ultimate symbolic. We are just going into full rebuild. We're going to rip the Band-Aid off. We're going to try like hell to be as good as we can this season. But then next year, we can finally have our cap fully reset and be ready to roll. Here's what. Give me more 4 here, Alondra. This is him addressing, is he in rebuild mode? Is he in win now mode?
I think certainly the great joy that as you went through this process, it became very evident was this is a collaborative effort here. This is a team. This is a group that works really well together. We're excited to go through this journey. Obviously, we'll begin the process of evaluating the player side of this and building a coaching staff and doing it the right way moving forward. It's going to be a really fun process.
Go ahead and give me more 5.
I think certainly we're going to compete for this division. We have a great opportunity in the NFC South, and we're going to focus on that while building this team the right way.
So he's kind of a straddling answer there, right? Not committing public to a rebuild, but also taking maybe an accidental stray at the NFC South. Basically saying, like, yeah, look, I know the roster's bad, but hey, it is the South. Yeah. So, like, we'll have a chance to compete for it. And along the way, we're going to try to rebuild.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who I was talking with at the Super Bowl. It was somebody that was not – it was a current player, but they weren't involved in the South. And we're talking about the Saints, and they're like, look, I mean, yeah, they're not great, but the South's bad.
Yeah.
Like, they got a chance to go out there and, maybe win a division. You win a division, then all of a sudden, the math kind of changes. And so, like, that is part of it. And the Buccaneers have been more consistent than others, and the Panthers were getting better and all those things, and the Falcons spent a lot of money. But that does kind of give you hope. It gives you an opportunity maybe to go out there and surprise some people. So, yeah, it's definitely a part of the storyline. It's not the AFC North by any means.
Baker, Little Bryce, Derek Carr, and Penix Jr. What a division. What a division. All right, when we get back, let's move away from Carr. But as you can see there, the big highlight there, no commitment to Carr. Again, what are you going to do? We'll see. Let's get to a couple more answers from Kellen Moore's introductory press conference, kind of vision for the New Orleans Saints, how he thinks the best way to rebuild this team will be. And if you want to get involved, youtube.com/1045ESPN, hit the like button, sub to the channel. I want to see you with more OTB on the other side.
Off the bench.
Associated Grocers is hiring. Come and join the team. Learn more at the job fair. That is going to be tomorrow. So we've been telling you about it all week long. That's actually going to be tomorrow, February the 15th, from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. So 9 a.m., 1 p.m. tomorrow. Visit agbr.com. Click on Now Hiring and start your career today. They've got a number of positions that are available. And look, this is somebody that is consistently on the top 10 of the top 100 private companies in Baton Rouge, according to the Baton Rouge Business Review. You've heard us talk about them before. Incredible facilities, weekly payroll, family environment, yearly increases, paid overtime for hours over 40, guaranteed 40 hours a week with potential overtime, paid time off, sick leave, 401k. I mean, they've got so many great benefits for you. Go to the website today, agbr.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Hope everybody's having a great morning today. Nikki Madden takes the Madden Saints to the first day of the baseball season. The chance 2 is the disgusting taste of the I don't know what Dougie's talking about. Yeah, look, I'm very excited for opening day, and we are certainly going to get there. But yeah, imagine talking about the opening press conference of new NFL head coach. That is pretty wild. I agree. All right, let's get to a couple more here. Kellen Moore, 2. Kellen, what's your vision for the New Orleans Saints?
We have an exciting future for New Orleans football. Our number one goal is to create an environment that allows every player, coach, and staff member to be their best. And this is the greatest team sport in the world for a reason, because it takes everyone. We know that when we do this, when we build a brand of football that we're all appreciative of, it's going to be a smart, fast, and a physical football team. And I know that our style, that Who Dat Nation will be proud of, and they will rally behind. We have a tremendous advantage in the NFL because of the phenomenal fan base that we have, because of the home field advantage that the Caesars Superdome provides. And I can attest to the daunting challenge that when you come into the Superdome as the visiting team, the challenges that you're going to have. Can't wait to get started. Who Dat Nation, appreciate you. Can't wait to go.
I don't know. Maybe Nookie's right, dude. This is pretty boring, actually. Does anybody want to hear anything?
He did fix it. The first, when he got off the plane, he was Saints Nation. Now he has been told, hey, it's Who Dat Nation.
Yeah, no, I know.
I fixed that.
I agree.
Does this excite you?
Players in our league.
Oh, wait, sorry. That was the wrong thing.
Oof.
Never mind.
Ooh.
Players in our league excites me.
Yeah. Great players in our league.
What were you trying to play, Alondra?
I thought it was the Who Dat one where he was saying, yeah.
Okay. Nah, whatever. Let's call it there. Kellen Moore is your new head coach. He said he wants to build through the lines. Well, no way. What? For sure, right? I mean, like, duh. Of course, everybody wants to build through the lines. The Saints have been trying to build through the lines. Since 2020, the Saints have used 3 first-round picks on offensive linemen. And that's not even including their best guy, Eric McCoy, who's the second-round pick. Like, the Saints should be awesome on the lines. They're not. Good luck, Kellen. Good luck. All right. Great. Grand. YourGoodwood.com. Go to Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. If you're suffering from ED, oh my God, yesterday at the bookstore, Girls Are Dance, it's a quad by the bookstore real quick. I was eavesdropping on a very intense conversation. There's an older gentleman, and he had just lost his wife. Very sad in that regard, but he was really opening up, and he had talked about at the end that one of the really disappointing things was they had stopped sleeping together. And he said, and part of it was at least because he has erectile dysfunction. And I'm thinking in my head, like, no, it didn't have to be that way. Like, I get it, okay? That happens. It could be mental, it could be physical, whatever. But the point is, it is treatable. And at your Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, you go in there and they're going to fix it for you. They're going to get you right. Go to yourgoodwood.com. And look, it's not just ED. You got low T. Maybe you're maybe you just feel low energy. You want to feel younger, maybe balding. You want to check out some penile enhancement. Take the first step, okay? We're no longer settling for mediocrity. We're going to be our best self. Go to yourgoodwood.com. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. What?
The amount of messages, because we're talking New Orleans Saints. They just hired a new head coach. We got one on Twitter. Do better, please.
What? For not talking baseball opening day?
Bro.
We're 27 minutes into
I
the
don't
show.
know. We've been talking baseball all week long. We have 3
Also,
hours.
like,
Do better,
also,
please.
guys, it's like,
Go
I'm not going to
fly
lie.
a kite, please.
It's opening day. Everyone is excited about
Yes.
baseball. They should be really good. The Saints introduced their new head coach yesterday.
After
LSU
sucking.
baseball plays Purdue Fort Wayne. Gee, I wonder which one's going to lead that day.
So, I mean, I see both sides here because, again, the thing that sucks the energy out of me a bit is the Purdue Fort Wayne element. Like, what are we really going to learn? But I am very excited to see Kate Anderson.
Exactly.
Like I said, this is on this Valentine's Day. This is your first date with this 2025 LSU baseball roster. A roster that you think can maybe get you back to that national championship, right? How will Curiel look? Luis Hernandez. How will Milam look with the position change? How will Braswell look at third? How will who else? I'm blanking. What other name?
Milam look at short.
No, I just said that. I mean,
Bear
obviously,
Jones at first.
No.
Can
I
he
mean,
get
Bear.
any
Well,
better than
more
here
like
he is?
more like Bear at the plate. Like, is he going to be like can he take a similar leap that he did last year?
So
Did I
do
say
you really
Ianson?
think-
I didn't say Ianson. That's who I was thinking.
Do you really think we're going to go 3 hours without mentioning LSU baseball
Ah,
at
it's
least
tough,
once?
dude.
No,
It's
T-Bob
tough. I
opened,
think
T-Bob opened the
maybe-
show by saying 0 baseball today.
We may
He
be
did.
being.
Y'all missed it.
We may honestly be being a little defensive right now.
No, it's fine. The do better, please.
Yeah, like, what
dude,
are we
we're
doing? What are we doing,
27
guys?
minutes into the show. I promise you, we'll talk LSU baseball. But
You also
when you
can't
get a
please
new
everyone.
coach, when you were the last team to hire a head coach in the NFL, and it looked like you were just in the desert, just wandering around with no hope, and you get the offensive coordinator from the Super Bowl champ, it's the first time that you hear from him. It's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, I guess
Was it dynamic? No, that's
No.
on Kellen, not on us.
Yeah, but I mean, these things are they're never dynamic. What's a coach? What is a new head coach?
I'm sorry. Do you not Dan Campbell? That was dynamic.
That's true.
And
But also-
and Hunt and Madden, like, oh, he's so stupid. He's never gonna work.
But also,
that was different.
What about
He's still biting
Duval?
kneecaps. Oh yeah, that's pretty.
Duval's tight.
Yeah.
I actually like. I'm a fan of
I like Liam
Duval.
Fallon.
I like him.
Yeah.
Especially the eyebrow work. Nobody gives him any credit for
It
the
was
rhythm
good.
or the eyebrow work.
To be able to raise both. I can raise my left. He raised both.
I know.
But again, but yes, you're right. Like Campbell is electric in that. Counterpoint though, you have to be authentic to yourself, right? Like if you try to get up there and fake it, if Kellen Moore with his personality tried to get up there and be Dan Campbell, I mean, we'd sniff it out a mile away, right? Like, you
Oh
can't-
yeah, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like that was Dan Campbell. That was authentic. That was not coach speak. That was this man's been waiting for this opportunity, and he was talking about biting kneecaps, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, this is dumb." Well, it turns out he probably would bite kneecaps if he could, and it's worked for them. And now Detroit's actually like a winner for the first time in their franchise history. Like actually, like every single year now in the fight. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying.
But
Kellen
you can
Moore's
like Kellen Moore, but that ain't gonna be. That's never gonna be him. He is a nice, clean shaven
Very
Mormon man.
clean-shaven.
You know, I mean, he is going now. He obviously has some intensity to him, but it's an intensity that does not express itself in the same way that Dan Campbell. Also, he's not jacked, and Campbell's freaking jacked.
I'm getting a lot of.
It could be worse. He could have gone full Adam Gase and clearly have just done a ton of amphetamines before he got up there. I mean, Nick Sirianni had a bad one, but he turned out pretty great.
What was his?
He had the awkward rock, paper, scissors analogy that he fumbled all over and none of it worked. So I don't know.
Was it
Philly fans never forgave Sirianni for that.
I cannot wait till Philly starts like 1-2 next year, and everybody's like, Sirianni freaking sucks. It was all the coordinators. Get him out of here.
Remember how we were calling him NFL Ryan Day?
I actually don't remember that. Is that what had developed around
we
him?
Compared him. At
Damn,
least
they were
Taylor
calling
and
that
I
man
did.
third base?
Well, like Taylor and I said that he's like the NFL Ryan Day. Where like your fan base hates you, and they were like crapping on you the beginning of the season, crapping on you, and then you win a championship.
Yeah, and now like all's forgiven for the time being.
So I was going to
That's
say,
the perfect,
actually, y'all's analogy ended up working out because
They both won,
Both
yeah.
ended up,
What I was going to
both
say
ended up
is
winning.
we should have seen it coming that they were going to win the Super Bowl because it was right there with Ryan Day.
Watch what happens if Ryan Day loses to Michigan this year. Watch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he can't. I mean, I had the fact they lost to Michigan last year.
Whoever the Eagles' first divisional game is this year, they lose that game. Oh, they're gonna be pissed.
All right, when we get back, let's go ahead and dive into some LSU baseball opening day. Okay, Valentine's Day. We can talk about what we're most excited for. Who do you most want to kiss? Who you just can't wait to see in them tight pants. Okay. More off the bench.
Bear Jones.
Coming up next. True.
Off the bench.
Actually true, probably to all questions. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. All-Star, look, if you need a brand new car, maybe you need about a Toyota certified used vehicle where you still get excellent warranty coverage. Maybe you need to rent something. You're going on a trip. Well, we got cheaper per day rental prices from traditional rental companies. You can test drive whatever you want. It's all there at All Star. Go to All Star Toyota Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
We've been telling you over the last couple of days, if you've got a trip planned for Mardi Gras break, remember you can rent a Toyota. So if you want to save miles on your vehicle, if you need something bigger, if you want something better on gas mileage, whatever the case might be, remember per day rental prices and everything is available. So of course, buying new, leasing, renting, everything is always going to be available to you. Go to the website today, allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
All right, so LSU opening day today coming up. Really excited. Purdue Fort Wayne. A lot of major questions as we get to know this 2025 LSU baseball team. But before we get there, we got some news. We got to get to some major news. In fact, guys, how about this? The New Orleans Saints yesterday, Kellen Moore already making moves after a just rip-roaring press conference in which I think it's impossible to leave that press conference and not feel more excited about the future of the New Orleans Saints. The first move, Kellen Moore hires Chase Hazlitt to be tight ends coach. And you may be sitting there in your car, Chase Hazlitt, why does it sound familiar? Because he's the son of Jim Hazlitt. And he actually worked with Chase Hazlitt back in Dallas. So, Taylor, as our resident Cowboys fan, what can you tell us about Chase Hazlitt?
He's always had really good tight ends in Dallas.
True.
I mean, Dallas has been a tight end pipeline. Witten to Dalton Schultz to Jake Ferguson. Hazlitt knows what he's doing, man.
So maybe Chase Hazlitt can unlock some of this tight end position. Juwan Johnson's going to be a free agent. I don't know what happens there. I don't really care. I've never really been too high on Juwan Johnson like everybody else. Jake, do you have anything on Chase Hazlitt?
Jim Hazlitt was good for a time.
Who could forget the Leroy Glover, Norman Hand, Aaron Brooks, the first ever Saints playoff win
against the Rams,
I believe. Yes,
didn't end well, but there were some good times.
They had about 70,000 sacks that season.
He did.
I think Leroy Glover literally had like 15 or 16 from the interior.
Just crazy.
Which is amazing. Yeah. Also very intimidating, man. He used to make me. He was the player personnel guy in St. Louis. Over that summer I was there, and he used to make me buy him dip all the time.
Hey, how's Leroy Glover, somebody made all them Pro Bowls, going to make the undrafted free agent rookie buy him dip?
I don't know. Messed up.
How much did you actually have to buy him, though? Like
a few logs.
Yeah,
a day?
No, what?
That's what I'm saying. Like over how many?
Over the course of like 5 months or whatever. No. Yeah, but still, I don't got money.
This man.
I had a $308 signing bonus after taxes.
That was half of the 308 right there.
I lost money trying to make the NFL. I thought we were getting paid the whole time, and we were not. I might be the only person in human history who went through an entire OTA, all the way down to final cuts, and lost money trying to make the NFL.
I know.
$308 is wild.
$308 after taxes.
Young T-Bob got that $308 check, spent it immediately, and was like, wait, where's my next one?
No, I thought we were getting, that was just a signing, but I was like, okay, whatever. Obviously, I'm garbage. That's fine. but I thought we would have something. I think we maybe got like a few $100s in per diem for camp. But shout out Leroy Glover.
Yes.
I actually really love him still.
For us, it was like $500 per week, I think.
Tight. I would have loved it. So in other Saints news, again, guys, we're going to get to LSU baseball, but in other Saints news, the Saints sign Clyde Edwards-Helaire to a 1-year deal. I love this.
Yep.
Fresh start for Clyde back here in the boot. Obviously, he's been going through a lot lately. On the non-football injury list last year, dealing with some PTSD from what he went through in college, which of course he is. How could you not? After he was nearly robbed and what he was forced to do. And so returning home, played well at the end of the year last year. Now he's a full off season to get right, knowing that he's going to be competing. He seems like a perfect backup, not really change of pace, but perfect kind of backup to Alvin Kamara to help take off some of the load there. Maybe he has a couple moments left in him. Shout out Clyde Edwards-Helaire back in the boot as a New Orleans Saint.
Yeah, I was very glad to see this. And he played a couple games at the end of the year. When you kind of look at what Kellen Moore's done, he's always had multiple backs. I mean, even with Saquon, like Kenneth Gainwell still, got some carries and was that back that you're talking about. And so I'm happy for him. I think it's a good landing spot for him. I do think there's still something left in the tank in the last couple of years. Obviously, he's been dealing with stuff off the field, like you said. Obviously, can't imagine going through that. And so I think coming closer to home and having loved ones around him all the time, I think that's going to be good. I'm excited for Clyde. I'm excited for the Saints, and I hope it really does work out for him. And I think Kellen Moore, like I said, with his history of playing multiple backs, it will be good for him.
So, like I said, I'm really excited for this afternoon's game to see Cade Anderson there in the mound. I wonder if he can hold down that Friday night spot, but it looks like we're up against the clock. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little break, and then when we get back, we'll start to break down some of the top storylines for LSU and Purdue Fort Wayne going into the weekend. What a weekend out of the box. Cannot wait to watch it. Cannot wait to talk about it, which we'll do next here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Hormone replacement therapy. Begin your journey to a better you. RejuvenateMedical.com. That's REJUVIME medical.com.
Transform your home this fall with Cajun Soft Wash. Their soft washing solution removes dirt and algae without damage, enhancing your home's curb appeal and extending your roof's life. Locally owned and fully insured. Book now at CajunSoftWash.com.
Jake and James of Trash Rangers. Switch to Trash Rangers today and pay as little as $13.95 a month for residential trash pickup. Go to TrashRangers.com and make the switch today.
Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 5 brands on one lot. Shop BayouAutomotive.com.
Maybe I didn't love you.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Welcome back to OTB. Massive weekend at Baton Rouge this weekend. Got #1 versus #2 battle in the PMAC tonight for gymnastics. Huge LSU Texas top 5 battle in Austin for women's basketball going down. Of course, opening day in the box today. And I was thinking about it, guys. Jay Johnson tinkering this lineup, moving guys around. You know, an incredible portal, incredible signing class. A lot to chew on there, but the Saints just hired Kellen Moore. We haven't finished with the press conference yet. We gave you the Chase Hazlitt news. We gave you the Clyde Edwards-Helaire news. Let's go back to the presser as we need to get some further insight into what Kellen Moore views as kind of his vision for your New Orleans Saints. This is Moore 31. Kellen, will you call plays?
And to stay as play caller as the head coach, or was that kind of up in the air?
Yes, I'd call plays.
Okay, so there you go. Confirmation, pretty unambiguous, Jake, there. Didn't leave a lot of wiggle room. Kellen Moore going to call plays.
Very in-depth without saying a lot, you know? I thought that was just a very fascinating answer.
I mean, look, you hire Kellen Moore to call plays. It's what he does.
It's what he does. It's who he is.
It's what he does. You didn't hire him to not call plays. So now, you may know, speaking of Chase Hazlitt, Jim Hazlitt, Kellen Moore, brother Herbie Moore, who is the OC for what? Mizzou still? Is he still at Mizzou, or did he leave?
Ooh, I think he's still at Mizzou.
Right?
Yeah.
He
he's
didn't leave.
still-
Yeah. He had another good year there with Drinking Company. Here's Moore 32. What'd you think about hiring your brother?
I'd love to work with him one day. Obviously, he's in a tremendous spot, in a tremendous role. They've had a ton of success at Missouri the last couple of years, and so, he'll have great opportunities moving forward.
Okay, so not going to be working with Herbie quite yet, but potentially in the future, the door being left open.
Yeah.
Kind of like Derek Carr a little bit in that way. Not going to commit to him quite yet, but potentially in the future, the door being all options still remaining on the table.
If they ever cross paths, he would highly enjoy it, I think is what he said there.
Now, so one of the key parts when you're a new head coach, something you got to do, you got to think, okay, what am I going to do for my staff? Now, we mentioned Chase Hazlitt, the son of Jim Hazlitt. If you missed it, you can rewind the show. We talked about it last segment. He's back. He's the tight ends coach. Coordinators, though, tend to be more important than position coaches. Let's talk DC. A lot of Brandon Staley rumors. Kellen, this is Moore 11. How are you going to hire a DC?
Yes, we'll go through a true process for the defense coordinator spot. We're really excited to go through that over the course of the next few days, and we'll find an excellent candidate.
I find that to be pretty fascinating, Jake, because I thought he was going to be unexcited for the process to hire a defensive coordinator, but he just told us that he's actually looking forward to it. So I'm going to say that shows me a commitment to the job. I'm getting more and more bullish from Kellen Moore the more we hear from him.
If it was Brandon Staley, he didn't work out as a head coach, but he's only been a defensive coordinator for a year. But in that year, points allowed first, total yards allowed first, passing defense first, rushing defense third.
I mean, there you go, dude. But again,
analytics,
that word, process. We're going to do a process on our roster. We're going to do a process on our coaches, and we're going to stick to our process, and eventually we're going to find the right answers there. All right. So I may have mentioned it, but in case you missed it, Kellen Moore hiring Chase Hazlitt, son of Jim Hazlitt, to be tight ends coach, signing Clyde Edwards-Helaire to a 1-year deal. Also going through a process currently for a DC. Did you hear that he's 36 years old? That makes him the youngest active coach in the NFL. This is Moore 19. Kellen, do you feel like your age works in your favor?
Tremendous value, obviously. There'll be certain players that are more closely associated with my age, and I think that's tremendous value. I've been in those shoes for a number of years now. Being a 31-year-old offense coordinator, that first time, half the room was the guys that I was teammates with 2 years prior to, and so I think there's tremendous value in being able to lean into those experiences, having been in their shoes in a relatively recent time. Again, I think it's a great opportunity.
Interesting, guys. 3 uses of tremendous value in that one answer. So as you can see, he thinks it's giving him tremendous value to be akin to the age of his players. I don't know that I fully agree, but I like that he believes that.
There's a fine line between being their buddy and being their coach, and that's on Kellen Moore to have to find that fine line.
I wonder how he's going to do that. Maybe he'll go through a process to try to do that. Okay, give me Moore 20. This is Moore talking about fitting his offense to the personnel the Saints currently have.
I think it's just important. Every roster is different. Every challenge is going to be different. Throughout a season, we're going to have obstacles. We may lose a player. We may have to adjust, and I think that's really, really important. Ultimately, we got to find out what our players do best and put them in those positions to be successful. And, I think we got tremendous talent on this team. I'm excited to team up with these guys, to get to know them as people, get to know them as players, and then, again, provide that opportunity for them.
Now, I find that to be fascinating because I thought the Saints roster was ass, but he says they have tremendous talent. And he's going to create a system that highlights that personnel. Go ahead and give me Moore 21 on the challenge of fitting his offense to that tremendous talent.
I think that's the fun challenge. That's the fun challenge that you get to team up with. Certainly there's going to be certain philosophies, identities that I believe in very, very strongly. But again, I think it's really, really important that as we build this, there's going to be a process. You're going to go through OTAs, you're going to go through training camp, and we're going to, figure each other out more and more each and every day that we spend. And, those clear identities will present themselves as the season goes.
There, that word is again, guys, process. Okay. Everything is a process, and you got to fall in love with the process if you want to get the results that you eventually want.
Yeah, what said more, process or tremendous? That's the real question of the press conference.
That's great. I don't know. I mean, look, I think it's leading to a lot of tremendous answers. Myself personally, So let's go to Moore 27. So Chase Hazlitt, Jim Hazlitt's son, Jim Hazlitt, former coach of the New Orleans Saints, Kellen Moore, the son of a high school football coach. Kellen, what do you think you learned from your dad coaching high school football?
It's really all about building the right environment, building an environment that allows every player, coach, and staff member to be their best. And we had a Friday Night Lights setting in Prosser, Washington. It was a special place. Those were the guys that I looked up to. But the culture was really, really special. Those guys worked really, really hard, harder than any other team they faced, and they had the confidence to challenge every single team, no matter how big they were. We felt like our little small town had a chance.
There it is. The key is working hard. If you work hard, the results follow. Trust the process. With tremendous work, the results follow, guys. By the way, he was Washington Gatorade Player of the Year. Not to brag. Threw like 50 million touchdowns his senior year.
All I heard is we're trying to find our own Tim Riggins in Friday Night Lights. If we can find Tim Riggins, then we'll go play for championships.
All right, so look, guys, a lot to get to next hour. Opening day in the box, just a few hours away, guys. 6 hours away at this point. What's going to happen at the catching position? Is Aaron Beatty? What's going to go down? The new infield. Now we'll get to it all next on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Friday, February 14th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 60. In hour 2 of today's show, we'll preview LSU baseball's big-time matchup with Purdue-Fort Wayne as they get ready to start the 2025 baseball season. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome in to hour number 2 of OTB. Massive weekend in the booth this weekend. Over today, the box is a few hours away, but T-minus 12 hours until we get to the biggest event of the weekend, and that's number 1 versus number 2 in the PMAC, the best venue in all of college gymnastics. The defending national champion LSU Tigers taking on the Oklahoma Sooners, and we got LSU Gymnastics head coach Jay Clark here on OTB to talk about it. Coach Clark, what's going on, man? How we feeling here on meet day, excuse me.
Well, I just woke up, so these meet days I get a little more sleep. I'm usually out the door before 7 a.m., but today I get to chill a little bit here at the house and before I go in. So it's a great day, man. It's going to be exciting for our fans. It's exciting for the sport. Anytime you have a 1 versus 2 matchup, it's always something that we relish and are glad to be able to have and host on our campus.
Well, and Coach, y'all have been dominant in the PMAC. A 13-meet win streak. In fact, the last home loss was against Oklahoma over.
How long have you been in this business? You know better than to say things like this, bro.
No. Not when you're the champ, Coach. Not when you're the champ. Y'all look, y'all done gone and did it, okay? It is what it is. We gonna let the flipping speak for itself here later tonight. What's your meet day routine? You say you get a little more sleep. How do you, especially because this is a late one, 8 p.m. tonight. It's going to be on ESPN2. How do you manage your energy levels and the team's energy levels to be ready to go when it begins?
Well, we'll get together a little bit after lunch and we do a little walkthrough in the facility in the PMAC and kind of go through our mental sets, and I get them off by themselves and let them get quiet and kind of go through things from a visualization standpoint. So much of our sport at this stage of the game is mental, and so I just try to get them as early as possible during the day and get their mind on what they're doing. They'll go to class this morning, and then after that, it's an all day long deal. So we'll do our walkthrough. We go back to our practice facility, have a team lunch, and then they begin the process of just kind of getting ready, and we'll have a team meeting about 4:15. Start warm-ups about I don't know, for an 8 o'clock meet. What time does it start? About 5:45, and it's a long day. I mean, it's a long day, but the idea is to try to get them early, get them a little bit drawn down, and get them a little bit get them thinking about what it is that they're about to do.
Coach, every time that we catch up with you, you're facing a ranked squad. That's what it is. No matter when we talk to you, you're facing a ranked squad because that's what the schedule kind of looks like. And so obviously your team's going to be ready to go. But you have experience with this Oklahoma team from January the 11th. And so like in our sport, like we would go back and we would watch the tape and try to pick up tendencies and different things. How is it for you? Like, does that play into your prep for this meet at all, knowing that you know this team well, you've already faced them here in the early portion of the season?
No, we really, I mean, honestly, dude, we cannot get focused on what another team does. I mean, as I've said to y'all before, there is no defense. And so it's really about how have we gotten better? What can we do to improve week over week and continue to just get closer to where it is we want to be. And we're getting there. Some of that's a little bit about health. We're getting Haley healthier as we go. We're getting KJ healthier as we go. But a lot of it is just about approach. It's just about where we are mentally and being able to not allow outside things to creep in. That's a big key for us, is not to, as great as this is for the fans and for the sport, when these kinds of matchups happen, the reality is that every week we compete, we're competing against Oklahoma because of the way our system is, and it's it's centered around scoring and all those kinds of things. So it's we've got to stay just really focused on our own process, not get in the weeds about who is on the floor with us on a particular night. We know who that is, and certainly the kids know it, and it's exciting, and I'm not going to deny that. But at the same time, as far as what we do, it really can't be about that. It's just got to be about what we do.
So you mentioned Haley, you mentioned KJ trying to get healthy. We know about Aaliyah. Like we know about all the returning talent that you're bringing to bear this year, but there's been some new names that have emerged thus far. What's been the most exciting, or maybe who or whom, who's been the most exciting girls thus far to kind of emerge this season and start to make a name for themselves?
Well, I think this freshman class in general is doing an amazing job. But obviously, to me, Kaylin Chio has kind of exploded onto the scene the way that most freshmen draw it up in their head when they sign somewhere. That this is how I want it to go. Her season has gone a lot that way, and she's been SEC Freshman of the Week 4 or 5 times now, and just doing a great job. She's such a great competitor, a very serious-minded competitor. Perfectionist at every level, and just a joy to coach because she's that kid. She's got an edge to her that you want. It's a little bit nasty, and that's what coaches like. It's one thing to have a kid that works hard. It's another thing to have a kid that competes hard, and she's that kid. They're all doing a great job, and I think Kalia Lincoln will probably do 2 events for us tonight. She's incredibly explosive athlete, maybe the most explosive athlete I've ever been around in my 35 years of doing this. Lexi Zeiss has been doing a great job for us, and if we ever get Zoe Miller healthy, we'll see great things out of her too. She's an incredibly experienced and wonderfully talented kid. So we've got a great group of young kids that are contributing in so many ways. But I think probably right now Chio gets most of the headlines.
Coach, we were talking with Jay Johnson the other day and asked him this question. I'd love to hear your answer. You speaking on freshmen there. When do you know a freshman is ready, or how do you know in your sport? Because I asked him, you walk into the box and there's all these fans, and can they handle it? Well, same situation for you. I mean, you walk into the PMAC and there's 13,000 people there and they're screaming, and it's one of the best environments in the sport. Like, how do you know that they're ready to compete at that level with that pressure, with that kind of crowd?
You don't until you do it. You can see it in practice, and certainly it's encouraging when you have somebody like the way that Chio has gone about her business, but you don't know until they get out there, until they get into that environment and see exactly what they're going to do. I mean, it can go the opposite way too. You can have a kid that's not always great in practice, but you give them a shot and they're gamers. And I think Kennedy Edney, a few years back, telling Dee Dee that, we couldn't get her to perform in practice. And I finally told Dee Dee, we got to let her go and let's just see what we get. And man, did she show up when the lights came on. So you never really know. And so I think it's a little bit of a crapshoot at the beginning, but at this point we kind of know what we've got. I don't think Chio is really a freshman anymore. She's done the all around in every single meet because that's been the necessity just from the health standpoint of our team, and she's handled it like a seasoned vet. So I'm thrilled with how she's doing, and I think the mindset is good, and it really bodes well for the future for the leadership of what we're doing, because as I mentioned, she's got an edge to her, and when I say that, it's a positive thing. It's not. She's not a barker. She doesn't talk down to people, but she knows how to say things in the right way in addition to doing things in the right way, and that's going to be important for us in the future.
Yeah, and Chio claiming 3 more titles on the road last week in that win over Alabama, up to 9 on the season already thus far. You mentioned all the Freshman of the Week awards. But so here you are, defending national champs, still ranked second, absolutely incredible. But there's Oklahoma, right? Maybe the overall greatest modern program or whatever. Like, it's weird that you could have everybody back on the team. You could be the defending champs, and yet you kind of enter this meet at home as the underdog. Do you address that with your team at all, or do you think? I mean, they're obviously cognizant of it. Do you think they feel like they have something to prove tonight?
I guess from what I say to them, and no, I mean, we know that's the 800-pound gorilla in the room. We know they've won 6 of the last 10 championships, and I think we still have a little bit of a mentality of we are the underdog, and Oklahoma took themselves out of it last year, and so not that diminishes anything that we've accomplished, but at the same time, it helps us keep the mindset of we're chasing something, and I think that's healthy for us right now. We don't want to get into the position right now of taking things for granted, and so I don't believe that it really amounts to a whole heck of a lot, because it's not part of our conversation, as I mentioned earlier. But I do know that they know who's on the floor, and they know who the gold standard has been for the last decade, and that's not a secret to anybody that's been following this thing. So I think that we try to stay in that hunter mentality regardless, and certainly being number 2 helps us do that.
Well, Coach, I can't wait to watch tonight. Unfortunately, I can't be there in person, but it'll definitely be on at the house, ESPN 2, 8 p.m. tonight. But go pack out the PMAC. I mean, I know the crowd's going to be insane.
I got tickets for you. Why are you not coming, man?
I know. My daughter's there. It's a little too late for them. Damn the TV gods! But we're gonna be back.
What has happened to you?
No. We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back in that building, Coach. I promise you. Also, I'm looking forward to the next.
That is not a very Lafourche Parish attitude to have.
I know. True.
I'm just saying.
That's very fair, Coach.
I don't. Damn it!
Let's get after it,
right.
man. Come on.
I know. I tried. I wanted to be in there, but I will be. I cannot wait. It is one of my most favorite live sporting.
You're
events
never calling
to
me
to.
again now because I call you out on the air.
Never.
No, I love it.
No, what? No, Coach.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Absolutely. I mean, I'm trying to get. I'll talk to you off air, but.
Well, here's the thing. All your listeners, I hope there's 82,000 people in the PMAC tonight. That's a ridiculous. No, but I really hope that we set the record. Let's standing room only this thing tonight. Let's have a great time in there and really do what Louisiana does when it comes to these kinds of amazing matchups.
Guys, it is going to be, or if you've never been, it is electric. Electric. It's just an amazing environment. It's fast-paced, quick-moving, family-friendly, even not family-friendly. And you can drink beers. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay? Get into the PMAC tonight. Pack it out. Coach Jay Clark, best of luck tonight. Kick-ass 1v2 in the nation. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you having me on.
Thank you, Coach. You're the man. All right, when we get back, it's a little opening day in the box here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. GoTommys.com. GoTommys.com is the website. GEAUX Tommys.com. You work with Tommys, you're going to see the difference clearly. That's a window joke. But the service you get is no joke, okay? So you want Hardy Plank or Vinyl Siding, wood or vinyl windows, you want any type of door, you go with the company that's won the Angie Service Award for 8 years running. That's every year they've been in existence, guys. Tommy's been in this game for about 30 years now, okay? Yeah, he's got his 10,000 hours. He's going to get you right with energy-efficient options that save you money over time that come with lifetime warranties. So what are you waiting for? Trust the exterior home improvement specialist at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Go Tommy's.com.
I mean, T-Bob said you'll clearly see the difference. That is their tagline. It's right there on the homepage. As soon as you go to the website, you can view their work. That's also the first thing you're going to see. They're proud of their work. You will be as well. Go to the website today. That's gotommys.com.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Welcome back to OTB. Yeah, 104.5 ESPN. Maybe you listen up in Shreveport and Alec. What's up, y'all? Sorry to New Orleans. God, how many times do we hear New Orleans? Why aren't y'all on anymore? Why aren't y'all on anymore? I'm like, bro, that's all
week last week.
Way above my pay grade. I don't know. That's drama amongst the suits. But yeah, it sucks. I'd love to be back on in New Orleans. And we will probably sometime soon. All right, so I want to talk LSU baseball, but we left out, I think, a key Kellen Moore storyline that we haven't been able to address yet. We mentioned Chase Hazlitt, son of Jim Hazlitt. We mentioned Herbie Moore, brother of Kellen Moore. We have not yet mentioned on today's show Doug Nussmeier, father of Garrett Nussmeier.
Yep.
We talked about DC and the process therein. Well, for OC, Doug Nussmeier was okay, guys. Okay, you get it. Are you happy? You caused me to fully crash you. Okay, I'm going to end it here. Okay, I'm going to end it here. And I apologize. It's not even on you. It's not even. This probably comes from the fact that I've done daily radio for 12 years, hosted a daily show Monday through Friday, and admittedly, we missed the mark with the opening of today's show, and then it got a bit defensive, and then that turned into full-on trolling. Some other stuff that has nothing to do with y'all made me angry. And while I entered the show in a very good mood, you all immediately put me into an awful mood, and I took it out on you. And so for that, I apologize.
I still don't think we missed the mark
Yeah,
on the opening
you
segment. So, like,
I'm with you.
Saints hired a new coach.
Saints hired a new coach.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so we can agree
And
to
something
disagree.
we talked about in detail on every show here for 3 weeks.
We can agree to disagree there.
You also can't
And the
tell,
website
like a room
did
of
73 stories on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I crashed out. Okay, you freaking made me angry.
You can't get angry in an outfit like that.
I know. I was in such a good mood. Killed the workout of all this morning.
Yeah.
Valentine's donuts already lined up for the kids. I'm just, I'm dressing in my Sunday's finest. Looking forward to getting some hibachi after carpool.
Hell yeah.
I will say,
And then I got
from the person who probably sees T-Bob first in the morning, didn't say any profane language to me this morning, did not
No.
flip me off when he passed me. Like,
Didn't.
T-Bob was in
None
a
of
good
it.
mood this
I
morning.
was in a great mood.
He did say I owed Phil an apology, but it was halfway joking. Like, T-Bob was in a good mood today. You guys did this.
Yeah, I put him in a bad mood. I didn't mean to.
But it's okay now because I am actually really looking forward to opening day. And shout out to Cajunomics crew because we're going to be at you here in a few hours. And again, all sarcasm and everything else aside, the thing I am most excited for today is Kate Anderson, Slidell native, who Hunt had a great write-up on LouisianaSports.net where there's a Kate Anderson quote where he's asked about, like, your first time ever going to the box. And think about this. He grew up in such an LSU baseball family, he doesn't even remember the first time he was at the box because he was that young. I mean, when do you start forming memories? Like 7? I feel like second grade is when I maybe have an inkling of a memory. I got nothing before then.
Yeah, around that time for sure. And they're all like sports memories.
Even like second
Like
grade
teams and
is
stuff.
really, really light. Like the only thing I remember about second grade, I remember going to the Ringling Brothers Circus for my birthday. That might be my only second grade memory. First grade, I ain't got nothing.
Dang.
Yeah. You got how far
I
your memories go
remember
back?
like before kindergarten.
What?
But you also have.
What are you, a Mensa?
Well, you also have to remember, like, in their lifetime, everything is documented.
That's fair.
Like, camera phones on camera phones.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. Like,
so
a lot of
pictures
them
are also going to jar a memory for them where, like, I don't have a lot of pictures of me as a youth.
That's true.
It
Like, a
just
lot
doesn't
of my
exist.
memories of me as a kid are from, like, old home videos.
Well,
Yeah, and I didn't even have those.
Yeah.
I just like honestly have kind of a weirdly really good memory, so I think I don't know.
Are you trying
Taylor,
to say
when's
that
your
our
earliest
CTE
memory?
brains are not
Yes.
well
I mean,
equipped?
look,
exactly what
I
I'm
engage
saying.
in a lot. I've engaged
Y'all
in a
took
lot.
a lot more hits to the head than I did.
I've engaged in a lot of chemicals in my life, hits to the head. The reasons why I don't have a good memory could be many.
I remember everything basically from preschool on. I mean, I remember Miss Priscilla at Second Baptist in Denham Springs, my preschool teacher.
I mean, I remember my teachers'
Yeah.
names.
Oh, I don't.
I remember Miss Esteban.
I can get you third grade.
Miss Pugh.
I remember Jared and Tristan throwing blocks in the back of the classroom. They used to get in trouble in preschool every day.
yeah.
I mean, it's just it. But really, preschool on.
Actually, I have one first grade memory, and I believe this girl's name was Lauren, but she tricked me into letting her give me a kiss because she said she had some sort of pog to trade me.
Pog?
Yeah. Like, you remember the old Pogs that you used to play?
Your head went somewhere else.
And I don't know exactly how she did it, but I do remember, like, leaning my head back, and then she gave me, like, a kiss on the cheek or the forehead or something, and I was absolutely disgusted. It's probably why I remember, because I was just like, ugh.
Cooties.
Yeah, this isn't a Pog. What's going on here?
And that's what brought you to your emo phase?
No, that would have been that happened all around 6th grade. That's when I did start to care about women.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point of this is that Cade Anderson was so young the first time that he was in the box that he doesn't even remember it. And now he is taking the mound as the Friday night starter for the LSU Tigers on the season opener. That's pretty sick. Like, that is impossible not to get goosebumps for that man thinking about what that must feel like. Especially after he didn't have like just a 5-star freshman come in, dominate immediately. No, like he had to really earn his way here.
I think my first time at the box was we took BP when we were 13, 14,
Nice.
state all-stars. We got a chance to hit on the field. So that was, but a game, it was LSU versus Tulane, and it was the early 2000s, and Michael Aubrey from my hometown, from Shreveport, shout out. I think he won College Player of the Year that year, but he hit for a cycle inside the box for Tulane. So that's definitely a core memory for me. He had a big day that day.
Side note, Tulane's Mardi Gras uniforms are pretty fire. Tulane's baseball Mardi Gras uniforms. Did y'all see this?
I did. I like the hat.
They're very cool. They're very cool.
I like the hat.
Somebody get us a hat for Jake. Jake has a hat collection that is unrivaled by maybe anybody in the Southeast, and he needs that added to the crew. But yeah, I mean, Cade Anderson, that's what I'm most looking forward to. What are you guys most looking forward to tonight?
I talked about it with Jay the other day, and it was kind of my answer when Hunt was doing the station survey. I think there's a couple of players, but I want to see Jake Brown. I don't feel like it's a player that we've talked a lot about, and I really think at the end of the year you could start to see him thrive. And, I mean, we're talking about a massive recruit when, he decided to go to LSU. And so this is somebody that I think can be a 5-tool player. We saw the power at the end of last year. And it's a little bit off the beaten path because I know Shores is probably the answer that everybody else gave. Yeah. But I want to see, like, the young outfielders last year that you could see really start to make their stride at the very end of the season. And some, I mean, like Larson, like in the middle of the season when they needed somebody to step up, like he was that guy. And so for me, it's probably those two players, the guys that were freshmen last year that you could certainly see what they were going to be and how do they go into their sophomore year and improve off what they did as freshmen.
Alondra?
I'm just excited for all of it, to be honest. Like, I know that's a very general
Sell
answer.
me on your answer.
But I was getting there.
Okay.
Whenever I answered Hunt's station survey, that's the same thing that I said, but mostly the newcomers, because as I've said before, Jay is really good at developing players and picking out people that they come into this program and just get taken into another level. And we're kind of diamonds in the rough, and he finds them and he makes them into great players. So I'm excited to see that with Daniel Dickinson. And just the whole entire season. I'm just very excited for it.
Tay, what are you looking forward to most?
So how about not a player, but a position group? I'm going to watch a catcher this week. I mean, nobody has really separated themselves. I mean, Hernandez came in. He had a lot of hype around him. Kate Aaron Beatty was a highly recruited guy. Blaze Priester back after spending 2 years at community college. Like,
I know, my guy wants to make it for the Tigers, dude. It makes me cheer for him.
Like, early in the year, a lot of times, like, have a different catcher each day. I mean, I really want to see, and that's something we'll look at the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season, like which one of those guys can separate themselves, whether it's offensively, defensively, because Jay's made it work a number of ways, right? Sometimes he'll have a catcher where he's like, hey, that's my guy. Other times, he'll have to tinker with it a little bit based on the matchup, offense, defense, whatever. That's one of the things I like about Jay the most, how he handles his catcher. So that's what I'm going to be watching.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like you're going to get offensive production out of that position this year because of the bats they're bringing to bear. All the questions the catcher have to be on the defensive side of the equation. I know teams don't run as much anymore, but when teams want to run, will you be able to stop them? What year was it? Was it last year when you couldn't throw anybody out? Or was that like 2? There was some time in the past few, I can't remember, where it was just
I believe
awful.
it was Jay's first.
Okay. Maybe all the because I guess once in a while, yeah.
Yeah.
We do not know the actual lineup yet, correct? Because that's another big question to me is who's going to bat leadoff. It was something that gave them trouble for a vast majority of last season. Before, was it Braswell who eventually you ended up landing on and winning that job and did quite well?
Yeah.
Is it him again? Is it Milam? And then as far as the lineup goes, who can provide protection to Bear Jones? Because you have a superstar in Bear. If you are going to be a championship team, though, you're going to have some power behind him, which is going to make teams pay if they just want to completely try to ignore the bear in the bear in the room. So will that be Daniel Dickinson? Jake, you mentioned Jake Brown. Maybe he gets into that role eventually. I mean, Pearson's always been a clutch hitter, maybe not the biggest power hitter. So maybe Hernandez climbs. We'll wait and see. But I mean, those are all elements that I think these are going to be our first steps. And what you see this weekend are by no means at all the final answers.
No.
But just like Obi-Wan tells Luke, these are your first steps. Maybe he says into a larger world. I don't know. But either way, that's what's going down today at 2 p.m. in the box. Chat, what are you most excited for? This is kind of crazy from Kevin. He says the old box wasn't even a thing when next year's recruiting class was born. I feel like that Matt Damon Saving Private Ryan gift.
Yeah.
I just aged 20 years.
The new box opened in what, 08?
Yeah.
Because it was the first year of the Natty.
Yeah, my entire career, we had the old box.
Yeah.
When I was playing.
Okay, so yeah, your last year was
pretty
07,
much
so yeah.
mine, it was all the new box, which was a big deal at the time. Only maybe get passed up in some ways a bit. But yeah, that's, wow. Can we still call it the new box? I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
Mississippi River Bridge, that new bridge. For
I don't know.
30
This
years,
thing's about to be 18 years old. This thing's about to be able to legally buy tobacco products. I don't know if we can still call it the new box. That box got a little dusty, Bo. Even though I was talking to Taylor the other day, and he would not shut up about 17-year-old box. I was like, what are you talking about right now? I mean, I think you're going to get in trouble. Come to find out, he was talking about Alec box. The entire
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
I could have.
Look, sometimes you got to worry about Tay-Tay.
I know. Shout out to Tay-Tay. Tay-Tay, you going in the box today?
I am not. It's
okay.
we got a little early Valentine's dinner, but hopefully I'll be there Sunday.
Like
Damn,
this man's going to celebrate every single holiday, as he should. They do not yet have children, and so they have the freedom to go and do as they please.
Wait, is that true? You can't buy tobacco products till 21 now?
I have no idea.
Bruh, I better not be able to die for my country and not buy a Zyn. That's insanity.
I think in Louisiana, that's what it is.
That's insanity.
It used to be 18, right?
I think
it's always been 18. I used to clown Alabama for being 19.
Still 18, and then
Not a big tobacco user,
like
so I'm not sure.
Weird like that.
Used to have to use a fake to buy Swishers.
That's so crazy, dude. That don't make no sense to me. Whatever. That's mind blowing.
So old box or new box?
I like old box. There's something to be said for
21 to buy tobacco products.
Wow.
And the lottery.
But there's something to be said for knowing a place intimately, knowing all the contours and the nooks and crannies and what the best views are, the best sights, the best sounds. Like, everybody thinks you want the new flashy thing, even though, again, the new box is the old box now. But, like, when you really know it through and through, that's when you achieve self-actualization.
Yeah.
That's when you really achieve happiness, satisfaction, contentment. There it is. That's the word I was looking for, contentment. On this Valentine's Day, may we all be content with both the new and old boxes in our lives. We're back, baby. All right. More to be next.
Off the bench.
Go to Boudreaux's Electrical. Boudreaux's Electrical, man. If you want a Generac generator from the family-run Boudreaux's Electrical, that is, well, look, again, family-run, okay, family business, local business, customer first. That's their core guiding light, their ethos, customer first. What that means is they have 24/7 services. They stay on top of your systems, making sure they're ready to go when you need them, which isn't that like the entire point of a generator? So you need that peace of mind. And that's what Boudreaux's Electrical gives you. Because unlike these national companies, which are private equity and a whole bunch of BS there, they don't care about you. Just a number in a spreadsheet. Not at Boudreaux's. You mean something to them. Go to Boudreaux'Electrical.com today, Boudreaux'Electrical.com.
I always love checking on the Google reviews because we do it, every couple of days, and just the number just continues to spike. And last time we did it was like 52, and now it's 60. But you know what? It's all 5-star reviews. That's what you're going to get from Boudreaux's, Boudreaux'Electrical.com.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every...
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
A question? Why is earwax gross to you?
Earwax is gross.
Why?
Nasty
the human
color.
ear's gross. The color's gross. I mean,
you think the human ear is gross?
Why are boogers gross, T-Bob? I don't know. I mean, why is anything gross?
Boogers are gross because I saw my guy Austin in 2nd grade He didn't know I was watching him, and he took the biggest booger out of his nose I've ever seen in my life, and he just placed that thing on his tongue, and he munched
Why do people
it up.
do that?
I was like, oh!
Like what? What's what?
Oh! Speaking of, actually, I was probably like 4th or 5th grade. Now that I really think about it, but I'll never forget. I mean, I can see.
That's worse.
I can see the size of the booger still on his pointer finger.
It was a good one.
It covered up the entire top nuck. Insane, and he stuck. I don't find earwax to be that gross though.
I do.
I think it's pretty gross.
You know, I'm gonna really embarrass my wife here. Ooh, she's gonna be mad at me, boy. Because it's probably gonna get back to her. But
probably so.
Back in high school, as you know, we're experimenting and whatnot.
Oh my God.
Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
I do. You have to finish this.
She used to make out my ear all the time.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say something way worse.
But I mean, like really get in that thing. Y'all ever had your ear licked? Anybody ever had their ear licked?
Intimately, no.
Okay.
I mean,
not by a dog, son. I ain't talking about by a dog.
I had a dog growing up, probably once, but like not intimately.
It's interesting. You got a surprising amount of nerve endings in your ear.
Okay,
I'll say that.
The next question: how was it?
That's what I'm saying. It was great.
I think you liked it.
I think now, though, to y'all's point on the earwax, that sounds a little crazy. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable with that. So I got to look at these headphones every day and see the earwax in them. Like, eesh.
Maybe you weren't that bad
use a
back
Q-tip
then.
every day?
What?
I used to have a lot of earwax. Like I clean my ears every day.
No, I never use Q-tips.
After every shower.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah. No. I don't. Q-tips scare me, man.
Oh,
my
I don't
wife
care.
likes to Q-tip my ears, and I swear she's gonna burst my eardrum every time.
Do y'all use Q-tips?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We have.
Y'all use Q-tips regularly?
Do I use them every day? No, but probably three
Wait.
times a week.
Yeah.
Probably every other day.
I
like
hit my ears with the Q-tip like after every time I get out the shower.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do every other day typically.
Avo says licking ears like the tamest thing we do. Hell yeah, dude. I remember a girl in junior high told me to close my eyes and started licking my eyeballs through my eyelids.
That
was
weird.
pretty crazy.
That's weird. How was that?
That it felt surprisingly good as well. But then again, that's probably just like, you know.
You were in junior high and anything felt good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah.
Joey said Jake's getting more pretty than gritty. No, I am very clean freak.
Yeah.
Not the prettiness of it.
Jake's got a, you know,
I got a tad too much.
You got a surprise. You have a, how do I frame this? It doesn't take away from your grit, but there's a lot of prit in there. There's a lot of pretty. You have a very distinct style. Whenever we go on work trips, you have very well thought out outfits. You, like you said, you are fastidious. So it's a great word.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, you use Q-tips after every shower.
Yeah, I'm a clean freak for sure.
Yeah.
To Jake's credit,
I mean, you won't even use a public toilet.
No.
Not
to sit on it. No.
Jake's big on grit. He can answer this better than me. I always looked at grit not what you're wearing, what you look like. I looked at grit as like a mentality.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like how you dress, what you do. Like grit's a mentality.
Yeah. No. I said it didn't take away from the grit, but I think many would be surprised the amount of pretty that is in there as well. You know what I watched yesterday?
You know, real quick before we move on. So SiriusXM put out like Valentine's cards, like, you know, for every show, like, and they have their saying, and Danny Cannell's was something like, I think of you as the SEC because I'm never not thinking about you. Like that was Cannell's. And so like every kind of show got one. Well, I'm like, okay, well, I wonder what off campus got. Like probably EJ. I mean, of course, like look at EJ. And it says, you're gritty and pretty. And I was like, oh, it's going to be me or EJ. Nope. They took Marcus Freeman. Put Marcus Freeman on there. Just straight up.
Very sweet, dude. It's very sweet.
Just left us. No EJ. No Hess.
Wait, but no, I don't get it. I thought that, no, it says two. It's two y'all from Freeman, right?
Well, every show, look, as you see, like has.
Oh, like they're on the bottom. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Danny, are you the SEC? Because I can't stop thinking.
Okay, I mean that one's really
right. And I'm like, well, look, if I'm going to get replaced, I guess Marcus Freeman does kind of fit the category. And he did really like the saying when I said it during the national championship.
That's
But,
what he
yeah.
loved it. I thought you were saying that they made that card like from Freeman to y'all.
No. They're passing it out as if they are Freeman.
Yeah, damn.
I mean, I guess pretty and gritty. I get it.
EJ's a quarterback.
You can be
he doesn't get to say
pretty
that.
and gritty.
EJ doesn't get to say too gritty to be pretty. He's a quarterback. Quarterbacks can't. Just full stop. Can't. Now you can be a badass. You know, Jerry Glanville said
Can't wait.
the cannon was tougher than a Waffle House steak, but he's still a quarterback at the end of the day.
Quarterbacks can't be gritty, is what you're saying?
Haynes King is pretty.
They can be they can be gritty. They can't be too gritty to be pretty though, because they are too pretty, and they're still
Carson
getting
Beck's
the glory.
pretty ugly,
Bro,
but
they
he's
don't
not
even
gritty.
get hit during practice. Come on now, they don't even get hit during practice. From the time they're 10 years old on.
Yeah.
Like, do
Unless
they ever
you're-
get hit?
Saban opened up Jamarcus and Flynn one time, but that was about it.
And what it lasts for? One period?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Grittiest quarterback of all time.
I mean, look, again, I will say the cannon, but outside of that, I'm going to go with John Lynch. Played quarterback at Stanford.
That's a pretty good answer.
I mean, that's going to be tough to beat.
Good answer.
One of the hardest hitting safeties in the league.
Yeah.
John Lynch.
I don't know that I can beat that, honestly.
Now, NFL quarterback.
Stabler.
Got to be up
pretty
there.
Gritty.
Brett Favre. Like, find me the new age one that applies, though. I'm kind of leaning towards your boy.
I didn't want to say it because you'd be like, you
Kinda
always
lean
bring it
Baker.
up. But,
Baker.
I mean,
Does Baker have the most grit of
he
any
drops
current
his shoulder
starting
a
quarterback? He's obviously one of the boys.
I mean, Josh Allen's got a lot, too.
Yeah,
Josh Allen's
true.
up there.
True.
Cam was when he played.
True.
I mean, that's pretty recent.
Yeah, Cam couldn't buy a call.
That man took shots.
Yeah, Cam was up there. But, yeah, now Baker, Josh Allen. Might be it.
Tua's putting his life on the line.
That's fair, too.
Tua's not.
No, I know, but
trying to
he
get the
is
contact.
literally like one concussion away from death every time he enters. He's like Billy Bob off a non-team
fighting the
movie.
contact. It just comes to him.
Yeah, so I think Allen and Baker are probably the leaders in the clubhouse.
He's
I mean,
very
Jalen Hurts
pretty.
pretty damn
I was
pretty.
gonna say,
is up there.
yeah.
But he's also very pretty.
That too.
He's beautiful. He's much better looking than both Baker and
Hurts,
Josh.
Hurts is up there.
Also very pretty, but like, I feel like Joe's pretty gritty, and I'm
Yeah.
not just saying that. Just
He
'cause
is
he's,
gritty,
like-
but he's way too pretty.
Yeah.
he's very pretty.
Well, he was
Wait.
also like the Bengals are getting him killed, so they make him run
Yeah.
a little bit less. Like it's not his fault. Like probably a little bit more grittier here at LSU, but again, that's not his fault.
College quarterback, Riley Leonard.
Yeah.
Leonard's up there. I tell you who's
Youthfully exuberant grit.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Gritty as
it
hell.
looks like a
I thought he
little
was
kid
going to
that
die
you-
after the 18-play drive. Like, and I actually
That was
talked.
awesome.
Like, I was talking off the record with Denbrock at the Senior Bowl, and like he was like, "Yeah, I might have gone a step too far in that opening drive with him." I was like, "Look, you scored."
Yeah, you
He's
had
like,
to score.
but
I
he
mean, you
almost
put
died.
together, you know, regardless of how the rest of the game went, that was one of the most legendary opening drives I've ever seen in a college football game. Full
Look,
stop.
He don't have the numbers as Riley Leonard, but Diego Pavia is gritty as hell.
He is.
Yeah.
Diego's a hard-nosed runner, man. I love the way Diego Pavia plays football.
I said it earlier, but like Haynes King really impressed me in that Georgia game. He was giving very
Yeah,
gritty.
yes.
Yeah.
One of the all-time grit performances.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean,
Like,
again, if this was
could
NCAA
Bro
football, his
walk the
wear
next
and
day?
tear was all red.
Yeah. Like, could he even walk the next day? It was what I was.
God,
wondering.
why didn't Georgia Tech win that game, dude?
I
They're never.
know.
I don't think they're ever going to be there again.
Mm-mm.
Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But damn.
God, that was like the grit bowl between Vanderbilt and Georgia Tech in
Yeah.
bowl season.
Oh, yeah, Vanderbilt won that game, huh? I was talking
Yeah.
about Georgia. I wanted Georgia Tech to beat Georgia, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
like we're talking about these quarterbacks. They played each other in bowl season. It was like Ivan Drago style. If
You know
he
who beat
dies,
Vanderbilt's
he
ass?
dies.
Yep.
LSU.
Yeah.
Go Tigers.
They did.
And Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Sorry about it, Bama. I think actually
In alternate
LSU
uniforms in both.
beat Bama
Through
because
osmosis.
we won all the common opponents.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know so many people that are mad. Probably won't see it again because old people yelling at the clouds.
Yeah.
I don't think the alternate uniforms will be in abundance this next year.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't.
That's what I've heard.
This comment says the disrespect to Taysom Hill is real right now. We're talking about current
Nah,
quarterbacks.
get out of here. All right, let's go to break. When we get back, close that hour two.
Off the bench.
Yes, and Ronnie Lott getting his finger amputated is the most gritty thing in football history.
Take it off.
True. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, All-Star Toyota BatonRouge.com, both gritty and pretty at All-Star Toyota. You want a brand new work truck? You want a big old truck like a Tundra, maybe a Tacoma? We got you, man. But what if you want something a little pretty, something that's going to bring in the ladies, like a brand new 2025 minivan? My Toyota Sienna. Kind of reminds me of garlic bread. And that I love it. And I want more of it. In fact, that's why I bought not one, but two Toyota Siennas over the last few years. Maybe minivan's not for you, though? Like, no matter what you want, check out the hybrids, okay? Save a ton of money on gas. You still don't have to sit there and, like, fill up for 20 minutes at a battery park or whatever. It is the best of both worlds. All the best cars, all the best prices, all those people at All-Star Toyota.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances.
Good morning. It's
Wait, this is. Hold on. Just come back. I
What
don't know
is
why
going
I thought
on?
Sorry.
JT was
legit
just
thought that
excited to give an update.
Look, the problem is nobody trusts me with the clock. I'm not looking at the clock. Alondra played the hour rejoin, so I'm like, okay, it's 9 a.m. Let's go. And I stopped. I'm like, it's 8:52.
Oh, it's not 9 a.m.
See,
I
you
thought it was 9
see?
a.m. too.
And then I looked at the clock and just stopped, and I was like, no. This is we're early.
So we all thought it
I
was
blame
9.
Doc.
Yeah.
Henry walked in here with our, so next hour, we're kicking, no red champagne shenanigans today.
I got ahead of myself.
We got to talk about Rivers a little bit here because we get back from Super Bowl week, ain't been in the office all week.
Disappears.
Quote, sick, And now she's going to Starkville today for opening weekend. Major
missed
questions there.
5 days of work.
Major questions, yeah.
But going to be in the dude all weekend for baseball.
Now she's claiming that she's doing all the uploading and editing from Louisiana Sports.net from home. And, technically, they have been uploading a lot of great stuff. But I got questions.
I thought she was sick.
She has been sick all week long.
She just got better for the weekend series.
It's amazing. It's
that's
amazing
sometimes
what
how it goes.
the opening day drip that you get in those IVs. It's just magical.
Steroid shot.
Yeah.
Get you right real quick.
I mean, if anybody can have a steroid shot, it's baseball, right?
But jokes on her.
Senator.
Because I mentioned Dr. Barham here, and we're going to open next hour we're going to figure out our natural, how do I say this? What we naturally crave in our wines. Doc has created a thing called a vino taster, and basically it is a kit where we'll go through it. I've never done it before. I'm excited, but by the end of it, we should have an idea of what to look for, what we enjoy, and what to look for when you're pursuing wine.
Wait, can I do it too?
Yeah,
I
we got
have
enough
to
test
know.
kits. That's what I'm saying, right? And now you're gonna feel more confident ordering wine. Feel good. I agree.
You can
so jokes
buy
on
a
rivers.
bottle on the way home.
Yeah.
Jokes on rivers. You want to go to
Valentine's
Starkville?
Day?
Go for it. But you're missing out on the vino taste.
Yeah.
Stop by Rouse's.
Hell yeah. So, okay, that's going to be
CT
next
Bob.
hour. A lot of shenanigans. Maybe we'll
See Dad
even
Bob?
touch on baseball some more. Again, now that we're done trolling y'all. Or maybe we'll just play more Kellen Moore sound. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that.
Maybe.
And I won't mention that Chase Hazlitt's Jim Hazlitt's son.
Is he?
Anymore.
Wait, did you know Kellen Moore has a brother?
Herbie Moore, yeah.
And he's the OC at Missouri, I
know.
think. Yeah.
Well, then how
his
about
name's not Les.
Doug and Garrett Nussmeier? You know?
Yeah.
There's
a lot
also
of
that
familial
connection.
connections.
Yeah.
What about Brandon Staley and Deuce Staley? Nobody ever talks about that one.
Ever.
True.
All right, hour 2 in the
Amir
books.
Devin.
Hour 3 coming up. Give me a look.
Off the bench.
Go to K to Z window coverage, KTOZblinds.com, KTOZblinds.com. You want to bring your home to the next level, right? Really tie it all together. It's not a rug. Sorry, dude. It's not a rug. It's the correct drapery and or shades and or shutters. And at K to Z, Brandon Barr's been at this thing for 3 decades, guys. You can come to your home within 15 minutes. You're going to know all the options, all the price points, the aesthetic advantages, the functional advantages, and you're going to take your home to the next level. So you want a great Valentine's gift, go ahead and schedule today. Go to K to Z Blinds, K to Z Window Coverage.
Also, 225-791-1220 is the number. Just have them come out, and I promise you, you're going to be blown away. They've done it for me. They'll do it for you as well. So many different options, interior, exterior, and sometimes they cover both of those. KTZBlinds.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand.
For real this time, it's 9 a.m. here on Friday, February 14th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect some rainy skies with a high of 60 in hour 3 of today's show. We'll continue our discussion of LSU baseball opening day, and maybe we'll sneak in some women's basketball as well. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
What are we, what? Oh my God. Who made this?
AI.
What?
No.
Oh, that's dark. Took a dark turn. So this isn't even human produced?
We put we put information in the computer, and then the computer spit this out.
Oh my God, dude!
Wow.
We gotta hear it again during break to hear what they said. I couldn't really hear what they said.
We live in
Sounded
dark times. I'm sorry, Doc. You can't hear this. You don't have. I apologize.
Yeah,
no, my bad.
All right. We'll dive into whatever you just dropped on us out of nowhere.
Like, can we just do any genre like that?
I feel like I just got.
I need a blues version.
Okay, I'll do it.
Is nobody else freaked out? So it's like nobody else is freaked out by the fact that a computer can just spit that out.
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Whatever. Why are we surprised?
It's like concept art, right? Why do we ever need concept artists anymore? Who cares?
Yeah. I was going to play it every hour, but I forgot until just now.
I mean, like, AI is great. Like, if you're like, how many Super Bowl quarterbacks have done this? And you can get the answer like in like 2 seconds.
That's true.
That's great.
Yeah.
I guess I just have to give myself over to it.
You kind of do. You know, I was against it, and now I'm kind of like, I just use it sometimes. Yeah.
When you're looking for
that was really fun.
Stats and
it was just dumb and
that part I don't like though.
Like, instead of having to look up, Brandon Staley and his background's a coordinator and where they finish, I just go to AI and I'm like, hey, how do you do as a coordinator? And it's like, boom, boom, boom.
Okay, hold on.
See,
so
I'm a
we're
nerd,
here with
though. I
Dr.
like
Henry
looking up
Barham, and
stuff.
I don't want to have to see her silent.
Everybody, yeah.
So, Doc, welcome to the show. Thank you very much. Former LSU football player, early 2000s. Shout out the Golden Age. Unlike many of us, did not major in general studies. Has obviously gone on to be a medical professional and invent something that is quite cool. But real quick here, what AI are you using for prep? Grok?
Oh, no, just whatever. I just
Gemini is pretty good.
Yeah, just.
It's the Google one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know the name of it, but
Gemini.
Yeah. Just if you want to find a quick stat, or if you want to find.
No, I get what you're saying.
So, like, last
it just
week,
freaks me out because the worst that AI is ever going to be is wherever it's at today.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like whatever Super Bowl fact I was trying to find out.
And the more we lean into it, we're just going to hyper accelerate that process. So we just need to we're just giving ourselves over to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just spreading our legs for AI.
Yeah.
We're like the New York Jets, and instead of Aaron Rodgers, it's artificial intelligence. Okay.
Yeah.
They'd win more games that way.
Probably.
Okay. Actually true. Okay. I got to shake that off. That freaked me out.
Sorry.
All of that.
I know. I didn't mean to derail, but I wanted to play it before we got out of here.
All right, so as I said, we have Dr. Henry Barham here in studio with us, former LSU Tiger. But why we have him on today is this little box right here. This is Vino Taster, the science behind your sip. It's a discovery kit, and it says, love the wines you drink. Doc, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Give us like a basic rundown of what Vino Taster is or what it's seeking to accomplish.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, we study taste and smell. Had some big projects during COVID, and obviously COVID sort of influenced a lot of people's understanding of taste and smell. And so part of that was we figured out, like, if we can measure taste receptors, what can you do with it? And so this was kind of the first offshoot of that project where we figured out what taste receptors matter for the primary components in wine. And so wine's made by grapes, but it's aged in barrels. And so you have tannins, which is kind of that bitterness, and you have residual sugar after fermentation. So we basically figured out how to measure the specific taste receptors, and then it matches wine specific for your taste profile.
So even though it will feel like opinion to me, it is physiological at the end of the day.
Yeah, so it's measuring basically your phenotypic expression, which is like your outward expression of your genes. So like your genes, for instance, like they say you have brown hair.
Yeah.
Well, by the time you're like start balding like me or it turns gray, it doesn't mean that your genes have changed, but your phenotypic or outward expression, that's what it's showing. And so that's what this is measuring. So like you taste these certain like litmus paper strips that are coated in things that matter for the components of wine. And so you enter them in the app, and it calculates your taste profile, and then it matches wine varietals based on your profile.
So in terms of, you said phenotypic? Is that what you said?
Yeah, big time.
Okay, so is that why, you mentioned kind of going bald. Is that like the same thing as how your taste buds change every few years? And like all of a sudden, like, I like pickles now. Hated pickles my whole life. Freaking love pickles now. Don't know why. It just happened.
Yeah, it certainly evolves throughout your life. You have like kids who hate, vegetables and things, and part of that is literally the genetics of it. But then you also have kind of the influence of receptors through life as they decrease with age, and so you tend to like things later in life and like more bitter products, and that's just an evolution of these receptors.
So I actually love the kind of philosophical element of moving away from saccharine things into just pure bitterness as we get closer and closer to death every day. How appropriate, right? As a kid, everything's rainbows and sunshine and candy and everything's sweet. And as you get older, you're like, just give me a bitter black coffee. Give me some bitter chocolate.
It's awesome. I mean, I know that like taste is probably one of like the nerdiest topics to be obsessed with, but it does. It like totally defines us as humans. I mean, it's like no mammal would ever choose something bitter, yet we like seek out black coffee because we have this associated gain of mental clarity and energy. And so like that's a hijack of the system that we have done by humans. And that's really what this does, is it measures and then matches you or each of us specifically.
So I've scanned the QR code, and I'm making an account right now. It says Discovery Kit name. Just put Vino Taster in
Yeah,
there,
whatever you want.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and get registered, and then we will get this process started in a little bit. Very easy, guys. I mean, I'm literally doing it live. I probably should have done this portion off air, but here we are. I'm already done. Take a test. All right.
What do you typically go towards, T?
Okay, right now?
Yeah.
I would say, and I don't know much about, I love wine. I love all alcohol, really. I love the taste of it. I love how it makes me feel. Maybe the only alcohol I don't really enjoy is vodka. But, and I don't like white wine, to be fair. Don't like much white, too sweet. Like anybody else, I think the most I drink is probably Cab. But then in Mobile, probably one of my favorite bottles of wine ever was like a Argentinian red blend or something. But I don't really know much better. I think I like tannins because I love bitter stuff. So I don't know. I guess. Or what about you? I mean, do you drink wine?
If I do, it's going to be red for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm excited to do it. I don't know, Alondra, Tay, where do y'all typically fall?
I usually go for white wine or champagne usually, but I'll do like a dry, like a Sauvignon Blanc.
Taylor, does Monster make a wine?
If they did, I'd be all over it. This is going to be perfect for me. Victoria loves wine. I don't at all, but I always try hers. So maybe if I find one I like.
Yeah.
We'll get her a kit too.
It says, cheers. Yeah, I got to get my wife a kit. She'd kill me if I didn't.
Yep.
It says, cheers. Get ready to take your first step into the world of taste science. So we will go ahead and start there. Remove strip 1. Place the strip in your tongue for 4 to 6 seconds or until it's completely moistened. Hey, now. Then remove and discard the used strip. Concentrate on the taste you perceive and indicate the intensity. All right, maybe like Alondra, like play some Kellen Moore or something. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll play a little something.
Relax. No, you could talk about what's going. Yeah, thank you. I need something. Yeah, thank you. Okay, here's the test strip number 1. Did I drop it? No, there it is. Does it matter which side?
Not at all.
Okay.
So as y'all were putting this together, did you kind of find that people that were searching for, okay, like I know that I'm looking for one, I want to find one, and they, honestly, got to their answer, and now they're probably enjoying it more because they know what they're looking for?
Yeah. Great question. What we've kind of studied in this, through the data is like, what are the expectations and what do we consider a success? What we've seen is like, more than anything, it gives people confidence to be able to walk into a store. Because, I mean, y'all seen it. The hard part is like you go into a wine store and there's like 10,000 bottles and you end up buying a label that looks cool, that's in your price point, and you hope you don't strike out.
Okay, so this is fascinating off the bat because I didn't taste anything.
Yeah.
Just taste the paper. But that's literally one of the options on here.
Yeah, there's no wrong answers. And they're built-in controls and all of that.
So I have so what, like other people will taste that same strip but will have a reaction?
Well, I mean, yeah, depending. It depends on their taste receptors.
But no, I'm saying it's like potentially possible that they would taste that same strip and have it. Okay.
Yep.
Very interesting. Move on to number 2 here. How long did it take to develop this?
Well, we had done it like during COVID because we had another project during COVID that measured like a different group of receptors for immunity and kind of predictive of your outcome to upper respiratory infections. And so once we had figured out how to really measure that and tailor it for each person, then we just figured out which ones mattered for wine.
Who had the love of wine, though?
It was just, it's funny. On surface, we're like, oh, wouldn't it be really cool to do it for wine? And honestly, it's probably the most intimidating industry to go into because there's so much out there.
Yeah.
But we're working on it now for like bourbon and beer and
nice.
Coffee, tea, kind of offshoots of all of this.
Oh, wow. Like that. Yeah, I mean, that would be fascinating, like all those different things.
Sweetness on strip number 2. It was quite pleasant. Not a super intense sweetness, but a sweetness nonetheless. You know what I hate? Hazelnut coffee.
That's fair.
Absolutely
Hazelnut coffee is awful.
Awful.
It's terrible.
So bad, dude. Hazelnut chocolate, not bad. That's what I don't understand. Hazelnut coffee's god-awful.
Who hurt you with hazelnut coffee?
The Keurig in there, I like threw one in there, not really paying attention. Then I had to force myself because I'm a little caffeine rat. Oh. Quite strong.
This one's doing something a little different for him.
It's very strong and very bitter. I do kind of love it though.
That was very bitter. That was 3?
Yeah, that was 3. Was 3 bitter for you as well?
Yeah.
Did you get anything on? Did you get anything on 1?
Huh?
Did you get anything on 1?
No, I had nothing on 1, and then I had like a slight sweet. Yeah.
Okay, so I got nothing on 1, sweetness on 2. Nothing on 3.
Ooh. Oh, really? You got nothing on 3? That was like very bitter for me.
Nothing on 3.
Yeah. Maybe you're one of those. Immediately knew something.
Maybe you're one of those weirdos that doesn't taste cilantro or whatever.
I don't like cilantro.
Are you even Mexican?
No, pull it. Pull the card.
Pathetic.
Pull the card.
How could you not like cilantro? It's literally one of the best. That is bitter. I should have maybe bumped up to like an 8.
Tay, I would say
you
that.
You can go back and change your choices.
I would say that your tongue is probably.
Hey, now.
something that's had so many chemicals on it from the energy drinks
Yeah,
that
from the
maybe
monsters.
Are you thinking about developing a tasting kit for Monster energy
Yes.
drinks?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, I got bitter on that one.
On the
The
fourth
fourth
one?
one, yeah, the
four,
fourth
yeah.
one was very bitter.
I did get something on that one.
All right, I'm seeing my results. Smooth Avenger, highly attuned and perceptive. Okay. My recommendations: a California Merlot,
Okay.
and then a Moscato.
Okay, well that plays with what you said
Yeah.
earlier.
Late harvest Riesling.
Yep, again, plays
Ooh.
with what you said.
Yeah.
And it has links
I was
that
about
you
to
can
say,
click
like,
on
I'm-
it and it'll
yeah.
ship it to your house.
Oh.
through, like,
Oh, wait.
Go to wine.com.
So really, so like
it's meant to
just
be that
right-
like you can stay at home, it'll ship to your house, you take the test at home, you click on it, it'll ship the wine to your house.
Ooh,
All right.
I like this.
I am a savory crusader.
It's kind of a big deal.
I contain multitudes. It sounds like I'm like the demon from the Bible. I am Legion. I contain multitudes. You lead the charge for all things savory and fruit forward. On the last part, I thought was Taylor. Your senses are alert to the presence of rough edges, and you favor smoothness in both taste and tannins. Look for wines with low to moderate alcohol levels. That's an upset. And varietals that are dry to off-dry from both warm and cool climate regions. To be fair, I don't always know what I'm describing, but I have always preferred, I think, like drier reds. So I'm looking like perhaps a Washington Merlot, Russian River Valley Pinot Noir. Ooh, an Italian Barbera. What is that? Unoaked Chardonnay, Grenache, and a French Buffet. Interesting. I'm very excited. I'm going to be
I
at
love
Rouse's
this.
from 11 to 1 today, so I'm going to hunt down
those selections.
I'm going to go hunt down those selections.
Yeah.
And use the gift card that he doesn't ever give me.
So you said Savior Crusader's kind of a big deal.
I mean, yeah.
not
They
to
don't
brag
just give
us.
that out.
Not to brag.
What about
us,
Smooth
thank you.
Avenger?
Also.
It's
Doesn't matter what you are.
It's a little, to be honest,
Thank you.
yours is a little immature. I think mine speaks to a man who's kind of seen more, experienced
Which is on
more.
brand, yeah.
I'm
I'm
a
immature.
balance ambassador.
A balance at you. I mean,
So
what
it
are you,
says-
7?
I'm just letting you know
Get the
what
hell
it
out of
says,
here. Yeah, man, this was. I would definitely recommend this.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
cool
this
that
is
you can
awesome.
order what it says right there off of the page. That's kind of a game changer.
What is a Barbera? That's not. I've never even. Yeah, that is cool. So yeah, that's a good point, Jake. Right there, you click on it, and you're taken to a link to buy it, and it's kind of all price points as well. This is sick, man.
Thanks, man. It's really fun. It's
Yeah.
fun from a scientific standpoint to like be able to have something that people can use.
What were you? Do you remember?
Same as you.
Smooth Avenger?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What?
I'm the same level as a doctor. That's
Yeah,
all.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm upset. I was hoping for.
I mean, honestly, like this is kind of like a great like little date night, Valentine's
Valentine's.
night. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you and
I
your
got a bunch
partner,
here for y'all.
you and your partner can like do it together, and then you sit
Oh, I
there and you
can't wait to see
wait,
what
and
my
then
wife
you can
gets.
go order a bottle and each share whatever you have there.
And then I have a profile here now, so I can always Savory Crusader. There it is. Well, Doc. So I listen to all this. I'm like, oh my god, I'm interested. Fun Valentine's gift. Where? How do we get our hands on them?
Website's probably the easiest place. There are a couple of places in town, Maxwell's that carry it, but vinotaster.com, kind of a nice place. So wine, vino, and then taster. So the receptors that we're measuring are like TAS1R and TAS2R. So,
Wow, let's go.
Yeah.
And it's
you'll see
Taster TASTR,
Yep.
guys. Vino VINO Taster TASTR.com.
And the little DNA corkscrew.
Yeah,
Clever.
There, good packaging,
yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
Good packaging, man. No, this is really cool, man. Thank you so much. I'm very excited to try my new wines. I'm glad to know myself better after this. VinoTaster.com. Jake, it's like your favorite movie, Jake.
Oh wow.
Tombstone.
Okay, I didn't know.
What does Val Kilmer say?
I didn't know. Well,
in vino veritas. In wine, there is truth. And so why don't you figure out what wine you love and whether or not you truly love your wife and husband tonight on Valentine's Day. VinoTaster.com. Doc, thank you so much, man.
Appreciate it. Great to have
man.
another 3-1 grader here.
Hell yeah, man. Right. Thank you so much. All right. Love you guys. When we get back, more of whatever the final hour always is on Friday.
Off the bench.
Go to trashrangers.com, and make the switch today. You want somebody to handle your residential trash pickup? Well, if you're in Livingston or Central Parish, you're lucky because you get a choice. And you work with Trash Rangers, you get hassle-free, reliable trash removal from the local guys who give a damn about you. They actually text you the night before it's your pickup day, so you never get to put it out again like I did the other day. Or we've extended the half-off deal. So it's $14.95 a month right now. Unreal, guys. If you're a business, no matter where you are, we got you, okay? Anywhere in the listening area. And you can get your front-load dumpsters emptied up to 6 times a week. You need roll-off dumpsters, 15, 20, 30 yards, whatever the case may be. It's all Trash Rangers. Go to trashrangers.com, trashrangers.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you'll see right there on the homepage, bottom left, you can sign up for residential. Right there in the middle, commercial service. And we tell you every single day 3 different sizes of roll-off dumpsters. So you call them, let them know what your project is at your home or business, and they make sure you have the right size dumpster at the job. Trashrangers.com.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain.
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Take me for what I am. my colors for you. Take my love, I'll never ask for too much. Just all that you are and everything that you do. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. Don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. Must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me.
I love you, chat. I know we had our tiff earlier in the day, but I really do love you all. Love everybody in this room right now. And love this weekend we got coming up. Omar the Tiger, T-Bob, bless us with the Kellen talk. You're right. It's time to get back to Kellen Moore sound. So like I said.
Senior Bowl alum, shout out, Kellen.
Oh, yeah, we have to revisit the AI song thing, by the way, in a little bit. Not right now. But, okay, so I said after Kellen Moore won the Super Bowl that regardless how you felt about Kellen, it was impossible not to emerge at the other side feeling better about him. Whether it was like good or bad, you went up from your baseline. And we actually ended up, ironically, playing a lot of the press conference. Did the press conference move your baseline at all? Positive or negative?
No.
Oh, no. I mean, it was as basic can be. But,
yeah,
that's more his personality, which is fine. It's not really going to, as we said, yeah, sure, I identify better with Dan Campbell and biting kneecaps, but somebody like Hunt and Matt probably love the good Kellen Moore fresh shave press conference where he said tremendous 97 times, but it's kind of who he is. It's okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of with you. I also, again, I keep getting asked, I'm getting donuts this morning. I'm getting asked, oh, what do you think of the Saints new hire? And it's I think I like Kellen Moore, but I don't like the roster. And I don't think the front office has done a very good job lately. So, what is Kellen supposed to do? Supposed to David Copperfield this thing? Siegfried and Roy? Just somehow, just make magic out of it? That's what I kind of struggle with. Can you make this, can you just make this team good because you're good when the players aren't and it's aging and you haven't drafted? Well, I don't know. I find it very hard to get too bullish, not even because of Kellen, but because of the kind of the circumstances surrounding the New Orleans Saints right now. When do we get back to baseball take again?
We talked baseball the whole first hour.
I mean, to be fair, we haven't talked a lot about Chase Shores. Obviously, I mean, all the pitching is what I'm most excited for because that was what I was most worried about. If you're going to tell me the LSU bats are going to beat up Purdue Fort Wayne, I'm going to say, of course. If the LSU bats struggle against Purdue Fort Wayne, I don't care. I know they won't struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
I'm
kind of ambivalent there. Now, if LSU pitching struggles against Purdue Fort Wayne, that's going to concern me a little bit. Because last year, that was the Achilles heel of the team, the thing you thought you had coming in that you ended up not having. And so that's everything about my perspective this weekend is on the mound. And defensively, as we said, catcher, all the new positions in the infield, the outfield, everybody who's is Mom going to make it at short? Is Braswell going to be good at third? Tommy White was fantastic at third last year. So consistently good all year long. And then, of course, behind the dish. So that's what I'm excited for. Or maybe what I'm worried about. I'm so excited to get some answers. But, if LSU goes out there and wins 2-0, I'm not going to freak out about the bats. The bats are going to be great. You know that. It's Jay Johnson. if there's one thing Jay Johnson can do any given year, without a doubt, it's create a great lineup. And even last year, as he told us, what was that, Wednesday? Last year, probably the year in which he felt like he kind of struggled the most with that. Talking about how he felt a little one-dimensional, right? That all they really had was power, but they had to work so hard to get to that power. And he feels like they spent an offseason trying to recruit correctly and develop correctly to avoid going through that again.
The thing about like opening day and stuff, and you get so excited, and it's not just in college baseball, it's in MLB as well. It's like it is going to change and not even look remotely close to the same, which is completely different than most sports that we get. And baseball is a fickle sport, and it is a game where you have to deal with failure. And when you have that failure, how do you respond to that failure? And so the good thing about LSU baseball is we're trying to figure out where everyone is going to play because there's so many people we think can play. So that is a good thing if somebody, for whatever reason, because it is going to happen. I can almost speak in absolutes. Somebody will struggle that we're expecting to go out there and play well. Well, the good thing is you have multiple candidates to be able to go in there and be that person that potentially could take that spot. And we started talking a lot about the Saints, obviously, in hour one. They don't have the luxury of that with their roster.
True.
So this is a roster that you feel really good about. Now, the arms maybe not as deep as the bats, but within the lineup, you have multiple options. Look, if for whatever reason Milam doesn't work out at short, well, you know what Braswell can do there. He did it a year ago. If Dickerson doesn't work out at second, well, Milam can. You know what he did. So you have other options. Other guys are stepping up, trying to play new positions, which I think is great. But like even in the outfield, like you've got multiple options and multiple good players fighting for time in right field.
Remember, at an opening day we witnessed Will Helmer's on third?
Yeah, started the season.
Was that the same day that Paul Skeens was starting for Air Force?
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
And we were sitting there and we were like,
what a weird day.
Is Moose always this loud at baseball games, or is it because it's COVID?
Yeah, that's when Moose was a part of OTB, and we ended up going as a group of team. It was like right after it was during COVID or right after, so it was kind of an empty ballpark.
It was the first game since COVID because they canceled the season before that.
And my God, he really stuck out.
I mean, yelling at coaches for mountain visits. And I'm just like, who are you? I didn't really know Moose that great. Against the Air Force. Moose. I'm like, you hate the troops?
That's the real one there.
I mean, yelling. Like, what do you got to say to him? Just pull him. Get him out of there. I'm like, damn, Moose.
One thing I will say is, like, we're all very, very excited to see what Chase Shores is going to do. But I would be prepared to be slightly taken aback, or like not even disappointed, but like
you're just girding your loins against. You're trying not to let your expectations get too high.
Yeah,
you're pre-girding yourself against pain.
Yeah, and also, like if you read Hunt's stuff on LouisianaSports.net, like the scrimmages haven't been the best.
Yeah, they've been hit and miss.
Yeah.
Recently. Or all fall and spring. Because Jay told us that the bats finally started to come around as of late and started to touch them up a little bit, which is the kind of rhythm that he wants to see, because you generally have a problem if the bats are just touching them up all year long.
But I guess I am trying to save myself from like another Thatcher Hurd situation where like he did so great in the postseason in 2023, and then last year we were very excited to see him come back. And it didn't pan out the way that we wanted it to.
And it's kind of like
Thatcher hurt me.
Yeah.
Well played. That is kind of like what I'm talking about. Baseball's tough.
Yeah.
You have to deal with failure, and you have to know that it's coming. It's coming for everybody, because you can be the best baseball player in the world, and you're going to struggle. Like if you bat 400, you still failed more than you were successful.
Yeah, like Poxitano.
Right? And so you have to deal with that. And I think that's such a large portion of the game. And how do you respond to that? So like Thatcher Hurd.
Yeah.
Well, he came out, got touched up, and couldn't really ever get back into that groove. Like somebody like Gage Jump, it was a couple of times he got a little, wild, but he came back.
He found his way.
And he became better than ever. And so it's all going to depend on that. And so there's players that we're excited about, and you've heard me mention guys like Jake Brown and Ashton in the outfield. Well, they probably at some point will have some struggles, right? Even though they finished really well last year, well, how did they respond to those struggles? And it's one of the great mind games of baseball. It's why it makes, the game so interesting, is because more than any sport, you're going to have more failure in baseball than I think you have anywhere else. And it's that's a portion of, you being the player that you are, is how do you deal with that? How do you respond? How do you make the very minor adjustment to be able to go out there and be successful?
I think that's.
Are we going to fall in love with? Can't wait.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, I think that's why I love baseball and like softball so much. It's such a mental sport, and it is like there's so many games. You have 56 games in a regular season in college, 100 and something in the MLB. Like, you're gonna have moments where you're not at your best. It just is what it is. So I'm not saying he's gonna do bad. I'm just saying like we're hyping him up a lot, and well deserved. But I just don't want to
now
go into it super hype and then be like, oh, it's not like what I expected.
T-Pal raises a very good point, though. LSU did go 500 in their scrimmages. And
dang.
it's kind of like the SEC in basketball
82
right now.
and 82.
Yeah, we were me and T-Pal were talking about that before the show.
Carl.
Well, so it was Carl, but then he got trolled by the coaches now. So he said, oh, well, there's no dominant team in the SEC. Like, since 2014, they're 82 and 82 against each other. Everybody's like, well, yeah, there's got to be a winner and a loser in SEC game.
Mark Pope.
That's who it was, Mark Pope.
God, Mark Pope was electric in spring meetings. Like, I was so down.
I see how he got the job.
I was down, man, I don't know. He's been okay at BYU, and maybe it's because I was a Gonzaga fan. I saw him beat Gonzaga, but he was, his personality, I get why fans were excited about him, and he's doing a good job. I mean, the big win against Tennessee the other day there. It's got a comedic side to him, and he can, give someone a hard time that's like, did you say that out loud?
I mean, I would have fallen prey to it. Like,
just
when
you get a producer note like that, and you're in the middle of a broadcast, it's like Ron Burgundy at that point. I'm going to say it.
Jamie says, where's Rivers? On her way to Starkville. You're missing a week of work, being sick, going to the dude. Funny how that works, isn't it? Yeah. All right.
We would have to take a vacation day after that, probably.
When we get back, let's go ahead. We got a couple more segments here left in this week. Hope everybody has a great Valentine's Day. Who in this room would be most likely to drop the shrimp at hibachi? More coming up next here on OTB.
Oh, I got a great story.
Off the bench.
Get Gordon and get it done. 225-888-8888. Gordon McCurdy Injury Attorneys are there for you when you need them. And when you need them are generally, unfortunately, when things are a bit tough, right? You get in an accident, absolutely sucks. It sucks, physically, financially, all of that, right? But what if you had someone to advocate on your behalf? What if you had someone to stand up to the insurance companies to get you what you deserve? Because that's where Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys comes into play. You go to getgordon.com. You call 225-888-8888. You get in touch with them. They get in touch with you, and they fight for you. So go check out the results online. Follow them on social media at Get Gordon. Get Gordon. Get it done.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you can kind of get everything answered right there. Cases they can handle, past client results, all the information's right there at getgordon.com. But always remember, they're doing big things in the community throughout Louisiana. You can see it on social media at Get Gordon. And then in Louisiana, just put your area code followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, Know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Shout out to Marshall Henderson, wherever you're at, bruh.
Doing this to somebody.
He's the only Ole Miss player I've ever liked.
Ooh, the only Ole Miss player.
No, I like Patrick Willis, too.
I'm about to say P. Willie.
I like Deuce McAllister.
Love Deuce.
I actually like Jarrell Poe, even though we used to battle each other. We've come to.
How are your feelings on Archie Manning?
You know my feelings on Archie Manning. Just know if Caitlin gets pregnant again,
Archie,
that I done snuck in there and milked him. You know?
Archie's pretty old. We have to go Peyton at
I
this
know the
point.
Mannings
Well, that
are-
wouldn't matter.
I want to go. I want to
For
do
him.
like a comedy skit with the Mannings where that's the whole deal. Somebody breaks into Archie's home at night to try to stud him.
They did that on Ted with Tom Brady.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, they did it on Ted.
Already
Ted
been
2.
done. There you go.
On
Never
Ted
mind.
2.
Never saw Ted 2.
Ted's wife wanted to have kids, and obviously Ted could not have kids.
Ted got married?
Yeah. And he goes, I want to break into Tom Brady's house and,
smart,
steal it. And they broke in. Didn't get it, though.
You know what will never break into your house again if you get a new roof from Pelican Roof? Rain and other stuff. Rodents. You go to Pelican Roof
even
today.
Fat Phil.
Even Fat Phil. You talking about Fulmer?
Nope.
Oh, no, you're talking about Pakistan.
I'm about the groundhog. Hedgehog. We're calling him a hedgehog here. Sorry.
But you go to pelicanroof.com, you're Baton Rouge or Lafayette, and don't matter what type of roof you need, residential, commercial, we got you. You go to pelicanroof.com, you use an instant quote tool right there online where you put in your address, satellite imagery, you see your roof, you can choose what type of roof you maybe are looking into, and you get an idea of your quote. We also have 0% APR finance for over 21 months for those who qualify. Great way to keep the costs low while ensuring that Pelican quality. And go check them out on Facebook where you see the community giveaways that we engage in every single month. So if you need roofs, you want to go with the best. Through the roof. Raise the roof. Ooh, ooh. Pelican Roof.com. I haven't done that since like 6th grade Duluth Wildcats football party. Ooh, ooh. Used to love doing that. Jake, what's your hibachi story?
Oh, you teased going into the break about.
Well, Taylor would miss the shrimp, to be clear, obviously.
Gee,
Right.
T-Bob picked me.
Yeah, I know.
That's the shocker of the day.
Yeah. Bounce right off those big old teeth of yours.
Nah, dude. You got
Kellen
a pretty
Moore
big
looking
mouth.
at.
That's why I was popular in high school. I'm catching that shrimp.
That's popular. Okay.
So for the
locker room loved you so much, huh?
national championship game, SiriusXM took us all to dinner in Hibachi, and so it was a table full of either former
athletes,
NFL guys, former college football player. I mean, a ton of athletes. Probably six former players, right? And do the shrimp thing, whatever. And everybody caught theirs except one person.
Got to be Chris Dorian.
No.
Oh,
he wasn't on the trip.
Oh, wow.
He wasn't on the trip. One Danny Cannell.
Damn.
Danny was the only one.
It's 'cause he
EJ
has-
caught it. I caught it. Roddy caught it. I mean, everybody. Danny, the only one.
Because he's got the SECs in his mouth.
Doesn't have enough room for them scrimps.
Hey, and multiple tries too. You know,
Multiple tries?
yeah,
Not the
because you didn't want to
multiple
be the one. You know.
That's rough. It's increasingly embarrassing. I mean, at that point, you just got to say, feed me. Keep feeding me until I make one.
Also, did he go last? Because that's even worse.
First,
if all
and
three,
then came back.
Okay, because I was like, it's worse if like all
Or
three
second,
of y'all
and then
catch it
came
and then
back.
he's got to go last. That's worse.
It's a banger.
So we got Cade Anderson this afternoon, Anthony Anderson whenever game 2 happens.
11 a.m.
Chase Shore Sunday. And then is this already announced or is this predicted? Jaden Newt Tuesday and Jacob Myers on Wednesday against
Must
Southern
be.
and Nichols. Looking forward to that. Certainly looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at Rouse's today 11 to 1. If anybody wants to come holler at me. Have some gift cards and whatnot.
No,
to
don't
give away.
even. Don't
Not
even.
to you.
Don't even.
Not to you.
What
Don't
if Jake shows up out of 1045 uniform and happens to get the gift card
If he plays Plinko
and gets the gift card
and lands in the right spot,
will you give it to him?
no.
That's wild.
Man's got 5 kids.
I know.
And like,
Keep his
you
music
and
up. He's
I-
gonna have 6.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey now. I still have that possibility.
I do too. It just involves Archie.
Well, Thanksgiving, baby.
What was I about to say? No, it threw me
I
off.
don't know. Something about.
Oh, we've been together for over 4 years.
Lot of years.
I mean, this is a committed relationship,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
can't get a gift card.
No, we're comfortable
and
now. Can
He
finally
takes
fart in
his
front of you.
gift card and buys expensive
Essentials
bottles
like
of wine.
bourbon.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
T-Bob's
Just-
really getting the essentials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Even though I might have to shift to eggs because my God, eggs are expensive.
So I saw a post the other day.
And
it was
we
like-
go through so many.
It looked like a little baggie. It's like you sell cocaine in, and somebody
Yeah.
was like, "Guys, I've started a side hustle." And it was like 2 or 3 eggs wrapped up in the bag.
I heard that because of like a potential bird flu epidemic or outbreak or something, it was like 1 or 2 chickens or something tested positive. Somebody at a shop the other day that works at a retail store that sells that sort of stuff.
What?
I don't know if this is true or not. They said that they killed 20 million chickens. They killed 20 million chickens because of a couple of cases of
I mean, there's a lot of
bird
chickens.
So here's
obviously.
my.
But I guess 20 million is also why we're having an egg shortage.
I am
change.
very, 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 very bougie with my eggs.
Yeah.
Too. Like eggs and milk.
Free range.
I don't play.
Can we
I don't
like
play with eggs and milk. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna spend some money. Now there's some things that I will go cheap on for sure. But those 2 things.
I like that Feliciana Creamery milk.
Bro,
Good
I'm,
local
I'm
milk.
good. Like, can I sign a
a good
waiver
cream.
or something? Like, no way does the bird flu not cook out if you're deep frying that chicken. Like, I'll take it.
I don't know if I want to take that risk.
Like,
you can,
you
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 can go
can
for
literally get mad cow disease from
I've
the cow.
had the flu before, guys. Like, just give me the chicken.
it. I mean, 20 million chickens.
Plus, I can't get bird flu. I'm not even a bird.
It's actually a good point.
I mean,
where's
just-
Dr. Barham when you need him? I'm sure we could have asked him
Can
about that.
humans contract bird flu? I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say yes, hence the 20 million dead chickens, but maybe not. Maybe
those
they
are
were wrong.
chickens. Those are
They're like,
people.
wait, guys, actually, they can't get we're humans. We can't get bird. Why'd we do this?
There's like
Yeah.
30 billion chickens.
That's what I'm
in the
saying.
world.
30 billion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe the 20 million's not that big of a deal.
30 billion chickens.
That's what I'm saying. 20 million is chump change in chicken.
What are they, ants?
Yeah.
It's a lot of chicken.
There's hella chickens.
God, I love thigh meat. I love good dark, like that chicken koryagi where it's all just fried dark meat. So good. I had
I'm the only person that will eat a good leg. Like everybody else wants, the white meat. I'm like, I'll eat that chicken leg.
Gotta have a dark meat, man.
Love a drumstick.
They when I was eating at Debris in Mobile, they had a fried chicken po' boy. It was more like a fried chicken sandwich, I would say, actually, but on like Leidenheim bread and whatnot. But
oh my God,
it was all dark meat. Ooh. It's like when I was at Blue Oak the other day, I got a Philly cheesesteak that was all burnt ends.
Oh yeah, you talked. That did sound good.
That was fire.
I don't know that I ate last week.
Yeah,
just full
same.
stop. Just
no, same.
I mean,
Yeah.
There was one day I'm like, it's probably 7 o'clock at night, and I'd done all the shows, and I'm like, I have not had a morsel yet. I've had a lot of coffee. Not a morsel. Probably why I missed work a day this week.
Nothing goes down worse than the
didn't help.
third cup of coffee on an empty stomach.
Did you go to the Asian restaurant I was nice enough to recommend to you in New Orleans?
No.
No one had time for
I
that.
hate you
No,
so
I did
much.
not
I
have
knew
time
the
for
answer
it.
to this. Jesus.
Did not have time for it. I did get crawfish, which was awesome. All right, let's go to break. When we get back, close of the show, Ask the Bench.
Off the bench.
Go to centralplumbing.org 925-8552. Centralplumbing.org 925-8552. Centralplumbing.org is the website. And look, man, if you need any plumbing problems, Central Plumbing's been fixing it for half a century. So old house, new house, red house, blue house. If you got something wrong with your poo house, you already know who to call. And it's people with flat rate pricing, licensed bond insured employees, and excellent warranty once the work is done. Valentine's, though, bathroom remodel. Okay. Great big gift, but a great gift idea nonetheless. Central Plumbing's got you. Maybe you want to upgrade it like a tankless water heater or something. You got a bunch of kids like Jake. You're sick of running out of hot water. Central Plumbing's got you. Go to centralplumbing.org. Get in touch with the Payne family. They are the absolute best. 925-8552, centralplumbing.org.
Yeah, and if you're looking to upgrade, it doesn't have to be at your home. Now, certainly, like T-Bob said, they can handle anything you've got there. But if you own a business, they can come in and help you out in your situation as well. All the newest, latest, and greatest, they can help you out. centralplumbing.org.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
All right, guys, wrapping up another week.
I don't
here
know
on
what
Off the
this
Bench.
is.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
What's this
I like
little-
all the horns.
This is like a remix or something.
Oh, yeah. Every now and then. I don't know why. It's a different.
This is the AI remix.
Oh, of course. Pinnacle Exterior Construction, PECbuilt.com. You're going to build the outdoor backyard of your dreams. Be an outdoor kitchen, outdoor living area, chill area, a pool for summertime, beat the heat, custom pool, spec pool. We got it all, man. You need a bigger, better fence, pergolas, bulkheads. We got it all. And it's not just that they can do anything. It's like really whatever you can dream up and the artisanship, right? You give them a concept, they're going to take it to the next level. So entrust your project to our team of professionals at Pinnacle and understand that, look, we build the spaces, and then by extension, you end up building the memories, which is what this is all about anyway. Make your home the place you want to be. Pinnacle Exterior Construction. Colt Gertzlite, Busy Art Tilted, Blue Moon, Light Sky Citrus is bringing you Ask the Bench. Why is the cost of eggs skyrocketed, but not the cost of chicken? I think the chicken cost has gone up too, hasn't it? Am I crazy?
I gotta be
all
honest.
Groceries are expensive.
I was about to say.
I mean, y'all, we can't go to the grocery store without it being just hundreds of dollars, and we go multiple times a week. And look, we made that decision. We have a lot of children, and I love it. But at this point, like, it's just like, you know what it's going to be. You're just going to get a swift kick, right? You know,
I just love that all of us are just getting pay cuts, basically.
Yeah.
And like different businesses just refuse to acknowledge it. Like, no, we're just going to pay you the same. Look at this picture that my robot son T-Bot has created of me and Taylor as Kanye and Bianca.
Best one so far.
Who, by the way, Kanye and Bianca getting divorced. You hate to see love die
really?
like that. I know.
Dude.
I know.
Oh, you look like you're about to say another one.
Another one. God, Taylor, you look kind of hot,
that
though,
looks
dude.
like
I'm not
you.
gonna lie,
Like, Taylor,
dude.
that's you. That is you.
It's my face, guys, yeah?
No, that's you.
I'd be in that box. Have fun in the box this afternoon.
Off the bench.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the